Happy New Year!
Happy New Year!
Oh my god.
How is it going? Welcome to another night of Iron Valor Spelljammer. It's so good to have you here, and thanks for coming and hanging out with us this evening. Tonight, we find our players having succeeded in overcoming a number of obstacles, and soon we're going to have them kind of be able to have a moment to breathe and relax. So come and join us for that. But before we get in, I'm going to do a brief bit of overhead and give a big shout out to our map system that we use called Tailspire. You can find it out on stream. It's a virtual tabletop system. It lets you add the Z-axis, which is a lot of fun to have 3D maps where people can fly around. You can build cities, and you can also import your characters from stuff like Hero Forge, which has been a lot of fun to see these players' characters come to life. Additionally, I want to give a big shout out to Tales Tavern. It's a website, talestavern.com, where amazing designers build objects and assets within Tailspire, and that you can import those into your game. It has saved me endless hours of work, and I have an extreme admiration for those individuals who build and upload their assets there because they help bring other worlds to life. Go check that website out, talestavern.com. and go see those cool assets. I want to give a big shout out to McBluff, who is, if you've noticed, there's character art for all of our characters. And for almost all of them, McBluff, a longtime viewer, longtime friend, has created that art for us. And so thank you so much, McBluff, for making this art for our Spelljammer run. We're going to throw their Twitter and Instagram and their Patreon into the chat. Recommend go check out their art, check out their animatics. It's a ton of fun. Okay, I feel like I ramble so much during this, and it's just terrifying when you take a moment and actually think about it. But I want to give a shout out to a Kickstarter that launched last Friday, which is called Backyard Beatdown. It's an action anthology series created by and for people who love action movies. If y'all watched Fate's End, the last episode, truly the last episode this past Monday, you've probably, and if you've been watching Fate's End for a while, you know Christian there. Christian kicks ass, is rocking it. He's so good at playing Ludin, and he's so good at running amazing projects like this one. It all started with 3 guys in the camera, and it grew into a full cast and crew of stunt men and women dedicated to their content. So go check out the Kickstarter Backyard Beatdown, and I cannot highly recommend enough just backing that, supporting that project, supporting Christian and those people in their journey. And last and not least, second to last and not least, Josh, thanks so much for being here. Guest player is Geoffrey. It's been good to have you here, and we're so appreciative that you've been here for so long.
Oh, it has been just a freaking joy to get to play with you all. I've been having so much fun with Geoffrey, and he's been having fun with me. Ooh.
A weird way to say it, but I love it. So thanks,
Spicy.
Audience, also for being here and watching our show. As a reminder, by coming and watching the show, you get Valor tokens, and then you can bless the party or curse my enemies. And you get these tokens simply by watching the show. If you use the command !point commands, you can see the ways that you influence the game, like last session, where the party turned my big bad of that session into a potted plant.
Yeah, we did. You guys did.
You guys did.
Yeah.
And to which then the party easily killed him, and I was really annoyed. Flock Obama is immediately giving luck, so thank you so much.
Yeah.
Thank you.
And with that being said, tonight we watch our party start to reclaim destiny into their own hands. Having overcome 1,000 obstacles on their way and in their journey, our party has a chance to breathe. So come and join us tonight as we see what happens next as we shoot for the stars here on Iron Valor. Let's roll on into the intro.
All right. Hello.
Hello, welcome
Yo.
back. As we come into our session this evening, I will be again narrating a little bit of what's occurred. Much has happened over the course of the last day. Our party, having not found a moment to have a long rest in a long while, have escaped and moved their way out of the elemental plane of water, leaving with their much needed prize, the legendary artifact, the Tablet of Fate. One of two artifacts capable as an individual artifact to rewriting a person, but when together, capable of immense power. As the party escaped the elemental plane of water and returned, kind of figuring out what they were going to do next, they were waylaid and semi-ambushed by the dread pirate Smolder, an earth elemental dread pirate of the many, the dread pirates that are out in this universe, who came with a proposition. Give him the tablet, or show him where it was, or else he will kill the entire crew of the Prometheus, and also kind of just be a general shitty individual. The party more or less went in planning to kill this guy, or hoping to kill this guy, it seemed. And quickly things escalated. When the party and the fight began, still with no long rest, the party started duking it out with Dread Pirate Smolder with a critical hit from Geoffrey, some quick thinking from Leon, Jasmine, and Lore. You saw as they started overcoming Dread Pirate Smolder and his crew, and as well as the dangerous ship, the Reaver, made out of a nautiloid, a ship with tentacles on it from the Mind Flayers. Then all of a sudden, you all, the audience, used a curse and cursed Dread Pirate Smolder, turning him into a potted plant. It was devastating for me. And the party, with Leon holding the potted plant over the edge of the ship, negotiated their way out of the fight and killed Smolder, dropping him into the void of space. We now find ourselves coming in a couple hours after that fight, and after the recovery the party much needed. As we come into these next couple hours, two important details need to be noted. The first, having completed his task, Leon is now able to call himself a dread pirate, one of the leaders of the rebellion in some ways, and a long sought after accomplishment for him since near the beginning of this campaign. With some quick thinking and some teamwork, Geoffrey can also call himself a dread pirate, and is now captain of the Reaver, the nautiloid ship. We come into a scene a couple hours later. The crew of the Reaver and the crew of the Prometheus have slowly been able to mix together, kind of shaking off the initial coldness that they had towards one another. And very quickly, as two pirate crews are wont to do, grog is pulled out, food is laid upon tables, and there is just general revelry and merriment in this time, as folks are trying to get to know each other and the ice is trying to be broken a bit more. As you all, as players, start to kind of navigate yourselves around the ship, Lore finds herself deep in the ship itself, working away in isolation with a large liquor bottle. And the rest of you, I'm going to ask kind of where you find yourselves as you enter into this session tonight. It should be noted that over the course of this, you will have had a long rest.
Well, Leon's partying. Absolutely. Leon is right in the middle of everything else. He is just kind of high off life right now. He is just enjoying his victory. Happy that everything went as well as, because I mean, if you really think about it, things couldn't have gone much better for the party as far as where we were at and what was going on. With both ships pulled up and we were caught between a rock and a hard place. I feel like everybody was kind of in sync in that moment. So Leon's just right in the middle of everything, like telling stories and drinking and just having a grand old time.
Leon, as you are celebrating and drinking and telling stories, things couldn't have gone better. And in fact, a number of boons have kind of come in your direction at this point. While you were searching through the Reaver, you recall, and all of you recall this sort of discovery, that you learned through the various maps of that ship a couple of details. One, Dread Pirate Smolder seems to have been working for Spelljammer Academy in pursuit of the Tablet of Fate. That Dread Pirate Smolder also apparently long ago convinced now Admiral Lorfan to travel to a location called the Nest. And that was right around the time you're starting to pinpoint. That was right around the time when Admiral Lorfan quickly switched from being a pirate to working for the Academy itself. In that, you've also learned a couple other details. You know where the Nest is. You found it on a map. You've pinpointed it, and it's in the long dead god called Malice. And you also know in these missives that your flagship, your ship, the Eternity, is soon traveling alone, unguarded, from Mechanus. And you also lastly know that Spelljammer Academy plans to have a party about a month from now. But all those thoughts leave Leon's mind for the evening. As Leon, you're in the thick of it. You see that on the ship, the crew has set up a tug-of-war space on top of the ship, and there's going to be a competition later. You also notice that a lot of people are just like dancing, singing, drinking, having a good time. Some people are swinging between the two ships and just having a grand time, and Leon is part of it. And as we track that, I want to ask where Jasmine and Geffrey find themselves.
I imagine Geffrey is having a hard time letting his guard down, knowing he's now the captain of a crew of essentially, maybe turncoats is too strong a word, but a crew that was so willing to just join up with this new captain after there was no loyalty, and he is assuming no loyalty. So I think that shortly after kind of the events of last session, he cherry-picked a couple members of his original crew of Oksani's, and then had a conversation with Oksani and was hopefully able to convince her that, this is probably not a trustworthy crew. I need some people I can trust, and is now having, some rather reluctant members, given that there's a party of the Reaver's original crew showing members of my original crew around, and I think he's staying very close to the tentacles are no longer connecting the two ships, but the ships I imagine are pretty close together, and he's like pretty close just so he can hop right back over onto his new ship if he needs to. So is not necessarily partaking in the camaraderie. He is sort of edging on that, on the edge, just watching, making sure his new crew doesn't get too rowdy.
Yeah. Oksani supports the decisions that you're making. It was a pretty quick conversation you had. Oksani is also recovering from having been unconscious for a while, but has left a couple of crew members who can go on shifts so that they can still be in the party. There are a couple crew members arming the cannons of the Prometheus, sort of just very quietly and aiming it at the Reaver, just as kind of like backup. They're just very quietly, they're doing kind of okay, if something went wrong, we would just try to shoot out the Reaver.
Yeah, and I think he's keeping special attention on his new first mate, who for the life of me, I thought I wrote his name down, I can't remember. But the first mate who socked him, who now just turned coat immediately and was like, yep, you're my new cat. I think he's keeping a real close eye on that guy, but is
Brock.
Wise enough not, thank you, Brock, is what, how did I forget that? It's a Pokemon reference. Fucking love it. I think he's smart enough to know not to hold any of his new crew back from the party, because that would just not go well. But again, it's just keeping an eye on everyone at the moment, I think, is what he's doing.
Yeah, awesome. You make an insight check for me. Jasmine, what are you up to?
I think Jasmine has found herself a glass of wine, amid all the grog and less fine things, and is kind of sipping on it a little bit, but remaining back from the crowd for now. She's kind of just observing for the moment. Kind of like Geffrey, but more, I don't know, cold.
Got it. Yeah. You are watching as well, more just kind of coldly observing what is going on. What was your insight check, Geffrey?
22.
22. You notice that Brock is having a great time just sort of partying with everybody. It looks like that Brock was the one who set up the tug of war tournament coming
Sounds about
up.
right.
But as you're watching, Brock is very keyed into you. You can tell with your insight check. Brock is watching you almost as much as you're watching him.
Okay. I mean, is it? Yeah, I'll leave it at that. All right, sounds good. Geffrey takes note of that, and I don't think he's necessarily trying to hide that he's watching. He's just like on the side, but I think he's now they know. They're both like, huh, I get you. Yeah, we're here.
Yeah, we're locking eyes a little bit. Leon, as you're in the midst of the party, you see that, and Jasmine, you, Geffrey, everyone kind of is hearing as the whispers or conversation going out is, okay, what teams are we going to make for the tug of war competition? And you see that a number of kind of crewmates are approaching you, Leon, in this moment, and they're like, hey, you want to be on our team? Or do you have a team already?
These, I'm joining up with my crew, homie.
Understand, Dread Pirate. Understand. Thank you. We just were hoping to get you on our team for a minute, but
Hey, I understand, but sorry.
He's a cool guy.
You see as they sort of shift away. They shift away from you, and Jazz, you watch as this band. They look to be like maybe younger crewmates of both, comprised of both the Reaver and the Prometheus. As you've watched over the last couple hours, these were probably the youngest of both ships, and they were the fastest to friends. They were the kind of the fastest group to be like, okay, yeah, we're all kind of a little bit shitty and we like each other for it. So they're like also connecting over that. And you see that gaggle of four starting to come towards you, Jasmine, having just interacted with Leon.
I just want to say this has Academy vibes. Like, we were definitely the cool kids in the
That's
Academy.
what she was thinking. She was like,
Oh yeah.
she was like, this is familiar. I'll say Jazz isn't wearing her mask right now. It's party time, but she watches them approach. Full stare. Like, unabashedly, like.
Are you trying to intimidate them?
No,
or no?
Just staring at them as they approach.
You watch as they approach, and you see as they kind of stop a little distant from you and are quickly talking with one another, and then you see as one of them gets pushed forward towards you, Jasmine, and you can see kind of stumbles towards you, and it's just like, oh, and wringing their hands sort of slowly but surely makes their way up towards you. And I believe Drizzle has just arrived, so I'm giving kind of just a moment here as
like fix things.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And as they are chatting, you see that this woman, as she kind of steps towards you a little bit, is looking down, catches your eyes for a second. You're fully staring back, and then shuffles forward and goes, hey, I just wanted to ask, do you have a team yet for the tug of war tournament?
I imagine Leon was probably going to ask me, but not yet.
Okay, well, since he didn't ask you first,
Is magic allowed?
No.
I'm not
Not
going to
that
be
I'm
very
aware
helpful then.
Okay. Is that a no?
I'm flattered by the offer, but you should ask Laura if you're going to ask anyone.
Do you know where she is?
I don't know.
You do not see. Laura is not present on the deck of the ship.
No, I actually don't know where she is. That's curious. I would have thought she would be the most drunk one already.
Okay. Well, we'll go try to find her. Thank you so much. Thank you.
She gives a very cold smile to them and says, of course.
As they go away, you see as they kind of like are looking over their shoulders at you, there's more intimidation than anything else. They did just watch you turn into a giant zombie T-Rex like just a couple hours ago. So they are kind of like looking at you, intimidated, and then shuffle away.
Okay, good.
Okay. Drizzle, you're the last one I'm going to ask a question about, which is you've had a couple hours and a long rest at this point to kind of settle yourselves on the ship. Where is Drizzle as the party? There's a party starting to kind of kick off between the Reavers and the crew of the Prometheus. Where's Drizzle in all this?
Drizzle is having an extremely long conversation with Koba, so if you want to do that now...
Brad, we'll come back to you. Everyone, this night is now yours.
I have bullet points for the Koba conversation.
The tournament is coming up, and you know that you will be called to get into teams. You'll be called to get into teams of 3 in order to compete in this tournament. So it's up to you if you want to do that or not. But I'm going to leave this up to you all to help show me what are your characters up to. This is all you.
Got you.
Geoffrey starts to wonder if Brock was eyeing him up as a partner for the tug of war competition, and he doesn't know how he feels about that yet, so he's going to stay to the side for the moment.
Cool.
Leon is very drunk, but he is going to be looking for his. He's going to stumble up to Jasmine and be like, "Tug of war. Apparently, we're playing."
I've been told I can't use magic.
During the competition, just turn into a giant skeleton beforehand, and don't use magic during the competition, right?
I suppose that's acceptable.
Perfect. All right. We just got to find everybody else.
If not the spirit of the law.
Exactly.
I doubt anyone will say no to us.
Oh, of course not. No, I'm a dread pirate now. No one says no to me.
It's true. You made the rules.
Exactly. So yes, let's gather up the rest of the crew and prepare to whoop all of the ass during this tug of war competition, shall we?
I agree. Are we taking Geoffrey, or are we going to beat Geoffrey?
Look, what's Geoffrey doing?
I think you see what I've described. I don't think he's watching you all. I think you actually see him paying much more attention. You almost see him just like scanning the crowd, like he's nervous. I don't think you even need an insight roll to see that. He's just like a little bit, I don't know, I think he's just anxious about his new crew and them getting too rowdy and if they're gonna listen. So I think he's like a little anxious and watching the whole, as everyone's getting more chaotic, picking teams and whatnot. I think he's just like holding a drink, but not really drinking it all that much.
I'm going to approach Geoffrey. Be like, Geoffrey, cheers! And I hold my drink up to you.
Oh, Captain, cheers! Yes, cheers to you as well. And takes a little sip of his drink.
Yes, Captain.
Are you getting in on part of the festivities?
Oh, absolutely. I was going to ask, have you been chosen for a team yet? Or did you want to join the winning side?
That is a generous offer. I think I may best set this one out, but you go kick some ass. Have you? I imagine Lore would want to join you. I saw. Were you just recruiting Jasmine? Jasmine has many talents, but I imagine you might need Lore to make up for Jazz's lack of physical. You know what I'm trying to say.
He can sense that you're nervous based on how much you're stuttering, and he's gonna put an arm around you. He's gonna be like, listen, I find that games are a great way to build camaraderie and with your crew, which is why even though the others approached me, I knew that I knew that my crew was gonna actually absolutely kill this.
Yeah, no, that is fair.
You just got a new crew. How about you let them know that you're on their side? I'd find some of the strongest guys. I'd find some of the strongest guys that have joined up with you, and see if see if they'd be willing to let you lead them. I mean, if baby steps, right? If they can trust you in a game of tug of war, they'll be able to trust you to run the ship.
He says, I don't know if that's a. It's not bad advice. That Leon, you go find lore for your team and all. And he glances over to Brock, says, I'll find a team of my own.
That's the spirit. They'll like pat him on the back.
And he is like bangs his fist on his leg and starts heading towards Brock.
Hey Brandon,
Yo.
do you have proficiency in athletics?
Of course I do.
You do?
Yes.
Well, I don't gotta worry about you. Never mind.
All right,
You
you
keep doing your
both part ways, and head off in your respective directions.
Yeah. Leon's chilling. He's looking for lore, but we can do lore scene to figure out where she's at. What she's doing. What she's up to.
Yeah, make an investigation check, Leon.
Investigation.
Jeffrey, you start going over towards Brock. Brock has been kind of like, again, oh yeah, like partying with friends, but also like constantly seeing you in this.
Can Drizzle do an insight check on what kind of eyeing this is? Is this like, or is this?
Yeah, Drizzle, 100% Drizzle, go for it. Make an insight check.
He's making eyes at you, old Jeffrey.
What I want to happen,
We're gonna see what they are.
what I want to happen right now is that Drizzle rolls a 1, thinks it's sex eyes, and she goes around spreading a rumor that Brock and Jeffrey are about to.
I mean, I got a 6 - 1 for a 5.
Drizzle, what eyes do you think are going down?
Mm-hmm.
Hey.
The real question.
I'm gonna lean over to one of these big fucking dudes.
Hey.
Oh, yeah. So
I thought the same thing. I was waiting, like, hey, what?
Yeah, you see as you say that, like one of the crew of the Reavers, is just this Erstenasi and like fully goes, oh my god, you were talking to me. Hey, what's up?
Is his name Brock? Is that his name? Like a rock with the B?
Yeah.
Okay. Do you know if Brock is like shy?
Rock shy? Nah, man.
Okay. If you say so.
Are you interested?
No.
You should go
it's
talk.
not me. Have you been? Okay.
Come here. Be cool. Be cool. Come down here.
Yeah, I'm down.
Do you see the action that's happening right now over there?
Oh my god.
The action.
Did Brock just flex? Is Brock
He's
flexing?
been bouncing his pectorals up and down for like the last 20 to 25 minutes.
Yeah, he has. I'm seeing that.
If you're gonna communicate with the new Dread Pirate Geth, you gotta be a little bit more. I was gonna say rock hard, but I don't actually know what that means.
That's the problem with becoming a Dread Pirate. You never know if people are flexing their pecs at you because they like you or they're just a fan of your power.
Right.
Wow.
I mean,
Yo,
lore would be good either way.
Hey, it could be both. Yeah, could be both.
I'm gonna just say right now that I can keep a tab on this. If you have, clearly somebody's making eyes at you. I don't know if you've noticed that.
Who?
You turn and look, and fully margarita mixer Koba is just looking in your direction while shaking, and then pours a margarita without looking in a glass to another person.
I have to win a tug of war tournament.
This is true.
Is that like a romance thing? Is that like a sex thing? You're
Tug of
talking
war?
about? Yeah. Oh, no. Oh, sorry. I'm the fool. Sorry, you. I was talking about a guy making eyes at you, and you went hard into like maybe what I thought was a euphemism, but I was wrong. So.
Yeah, are you going to be fighting against us in tug of war?
Probably.
I have a proposition.
Oh yeah. What do we got?
Fucking throw it. Throw the game. Throw it around. I imagine this laughing is in character, which just makes me so much more happy.
Oh my god, I do want to imagine exactly that. Like, just bubbly little Drizzle, just like, I have a proposition, breaks into laughter for the next 20 seconds straight.
So okay, I'm gonna zoom out here. What I, Deanna, would like to do is I have invisibility. I would like to have an invisible giant Earth Genasi either on our team but now that this new romance is founded, I don't know if there's some interference I can run to like, but Geff is also, if they lose together, it strengthens the bonds, right? So I would like to persuade this guy to just be invisible on our team to strengthen that romance. It'll bring them closer together. They'll like have a full, have you ever seen the famed radio show Naruto, where Naruto fully falls on top of Sasuke? It's very romantic.
Oh, I'm like episode 542 in.
Incredible.
I'm like here for it.
I'm thinking we could engineer that exact situation.
Yo, I think he might be the last Hokage. I don't know about you, but like I'm here for this. And so yeah, I'm on board.
Oh my, when they shut down the radio, I was very upset that we did not get an update on the Hokage situation.
Me too.
So it sounds like I don't even have to roll persuasion. He's just
100%. You got him.
Yeah.
He's ready.
Okay, now that I've taken a lot of
time. Cool. So you are having him do what again?
I would like to turn him invisible for an hour so that we have a huge Earth Elemental on our side, invisibly assisting us.
Fully Earth Genasi he's gonna be invisible. He's gonna join you in that competition.
Yeah. I love Drizzle so much. That's so awesome.
Some super drunk crewmate, I don't care what crew, is like wasted, and then from across the ship sees one of his buddies just disappear, and he's like,
yeah. He just puts his drink down like, okay, I've had enough.
I gotta go to bed.
Jesus.
Oh my god.
Awesome. Cool. So you have recruited an ally for your team, whatever your team
Fucking
winds
amazing.
up being, Drizzle.
And I'll talk to Koba after the tug of war.
Cool. Yeah. Awesome. What was your investigation check, Leon?
11.
I was also looking, perhaps separately.
You make an investigation check as well, Jasmine,
I'm
going to finish. What do you get?
I had a natural 20 for a 29.
Okay, Jasmine, you're going to find Lore first. You sort of make your way and you start to go down deeper into the ship. You pass Bleesnoik at one point in time, and Bleesnoik is fully just hanging out with Franklin and telling stories. They're sitting off in a corner together, just sort of like telling stories of what's happened recently. And you can hear kind of Franklin recounting like, yeah, and then like one of the Reavers came on the ship and I fully them, scared the hell out of him. And Bleesnoik is fully in that story. And they're just like sharing deets and repairing Franklin's armor in that moment. Geffrey, you make your way over to Brock, and as you get over there, Brock has sort of like locked eyes with you for a minute and is like, Captain.
First mate Brock, I have a proposition for you.
I do too.
You first, I guess.
How about we do it at the same time?
Fair enough. 3, 2, 1.
Join my
tug of war.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey, yeah.
Yeah. It's time to show these. We gotta listen. I've been with these people for a while, and while they are formidable opponents, I think we got this one in the bag if we team up.
I think we do too. I also recruited Emerald, and you watch as Brock sort of points in a direction, and there's like nobody there, and Brock's like, where did Emerald go? Hey, it's Slate. We're gonna get Slate in on this. You can see it's like Slate's just this like cut Earth Genasi, just like so buff. Whereas like Brock is like all muscle, like Slate's like lithe muscle, right? And it just slowly comes over, and Slate's like, what's up? Yeah. And
Slate?
What are we gonna call ourselves, Captain?
Captain needs more time to think on that.
All right.
Nope, still needs more
The
time.
Rolling Stones.
It's something really cool just came to me. I think we're gonna call ourselves the Rolling Stones.
That's really good.
That's a really good one.
Holy shit.
All right, the Rolling
really cool just came to me.
It's like a voice inside my head that's been listening to this conversation.
Jasmine's just fully on the other
I've
side of the ship
got it.
messaging you.
Message.
Awesome.
Call them the Rolling Stones.
Jeffrey,
Call them
you
the
put
Rolling
together your team of Slate and Brock and yourself.
Hell yeah.
And as you start going off, Brock is like, "I'm glad you chose us, Captain."
Glad you chose me.
And you two, you have your team. Awesome.
I didn't choose you so much as you murdered their other.
Hey, they could have
It
revolted
was
immediately, but they
super
didn't.
optional, yeah.
Jasmine, you make your way downstairs.
Okay. It reminds me of the time we celebrated in the bottom of the ship.
Just once.
What does Jasmine find, Laura?
I think Lore is very much like in the cargo hold, behind, like Franklin style, behind a bunch of boxes, just sitting there with that giant bottle of liquor and, or grog, and her journal that she acquired. By the way, like, just out of character, full transparency, I've completely forgot what pronouns Laura goes by, so I was like, she and they is good. Just going by a normal standard of constantly misgendering only my own characters. But anyway, she doesn't look great, honestly. Her face is kind of puffy. She's not really looking up, doesn't even realize you're there, and is just writing in the journal.
I'd like to say that going looking for Lord, Jazz had grabbed this axe that she had found yesterday in the treasure room, and she'll make her entrance by like fully tossing it on the ground and letting it go poof.
Hey, Jazz.
Hi.
What's this?
A little gift for you. Found it in the Reaver's hold, so we figured you'd probably be the best one for it.
Shit, it looks fancy. He kind of picks it up, actually sets the journal down, and kind of picks up the axe and looks at it.
It's definitely
And I'm
heavy.
guessing can kind of get the idea that it's a good piece of artistry, I guess is the best way to put it, although it's rusty, isn't it?
A little bit. It's unusual for magic items to do that, honestly, but you know.
Do you think that's so it's magic?
Oh yes.
Do you think the rust is part of the magic?
Magic rust. Maybe it was just enchanted when it was already rusty. I don't know.
Maybe. Do you know what it does?
I did a week ago.
Cool.
It was a Axe of Sundering. It's a +1 great axe, natural 20, a 20 by 20 foot square. Any object in that 20 foot square disintegrates, I believe is right.
Okay.
Yeah.
I just remembered that it looked rusty because I was listening as a listener to that point. So yeah, natural 20. Yeah, I'll get the actual stats later.
Cool.
But just so it's just really strong. You guys sure you want to give this to me?
I don't recall anyone else in our group that's quite as good at large weapons as you.
You got me there. Thanks.
What are you?
How are you?
Oh, sorry. You first.
Sorry, you go.
Oh, I was just wondering what you were writing. I don't see you writing very often.
Yeah, no, that's a more recent thing, to be fully honest. I started this, okay. A while ago, I started an account. Kind of holds it up, like not necessarily for you to read, just to kind of show you. An account of some of the stuff that was happening. And then I wrote this, and holds out a page that says the tenets of the revolution.
Interesting.
Just, I don't know, might be stupid, but I just
She
somebody's
kind of pops a
gotta
squat and gets a little bit closer.
somebody's gotta make no, that's not right. Somebody's gotta give people the autonomy to make these decisions themselves, and if they don't know what's going on, they don't have it. You know?
Guess that makes sense. I haven't really given it that much thought, honestly.
Well, I mean, if all these people are being controlled, Jazz, and they don't even know, and other people don't even know, then, you know, all you think, like, think of Oksani. She, you know, she had to question for years if her own son had just betrayed her. I had to wonder if my dad hated me. But now I know it's more complicated than that. And, it gives me a path forward. And I don't know how many other people are lacking that path forward because they don't know the situation. If they fuck up, if they make the wrong choice, at least they did it knowing. At least they didn't make that choice because they didn't understand. Shit. Are you okay?
What do you mean? I'm fine. It seems like you're the one going through some emotional things.
I'm not emotional. I'm fine.
Says tears dripping down her face.
Right?
Sure.
You died, Jazz. Like, things have been really screwed up lately.
I actually almost died again.
What?
I haven't really told anybody about this, but if that unraveling had happened, I think I would have been unraveled with it. And she'll take her glove off and show you the pinky that's just not there anymore.
She's gonna take your hand and like look at your hand. It's like it was never there. Why? What happened when you were dead? What have you been? What is going on? What is going on?
It's a little complicated to say. Actually, haven't even told Leon, but I think I did something really incredible with the weave. I think I managed to bind my soul to it.
Why? And I mean, I'm not judging you, Jazz. I just don't get it.
She kind of tilts her head. She looks genuinely confused. It's an amazing possibility. Like, the things that I could do as actual part of the weave. It's part of me being part of it. I've had so many new ideas for things that... Curing death being one of them, I guess.
Curing death. I know I'm not gonna change your mind. I don't need to change your mind. You've always understood those things way more than I do. Just kind of like stops for a second. It's just like, I know what you can do is so important to you, and what you can achieve is so important to you. It's always been so important to you. I wish you'd be careful a little bit sometimes. I just wish that being here with us made that list.
Oh. She kind of like seems to find herself at a loss for words for a second.
Lore realizes she's still holding the hand that she was inspecting, and she kind of like, not like in a way, but like just kind of pats your hand and like lets it go, sort of thing.
I didn't realize you felt that strongly about me.
Yeah, I think I said this a little while ago, but for someone so smart, you're really stupid sometimes. I mean, I care about all of you. Sometimes I thought I cared about you all more than you cared about me. And I was wrong, probably. It's just that the way I show that I care is to protect people, and none of you need that from me anymore. Not in the way I thought. It's stupid. But look, Jazz, we want you here. So if it means it takes another, 5 years to make your next great discovery instead of taking the shortcut that makes your pinky disappear and could get you killed, I think ultimately it's your decision. None of us can hold you back from that, but like we'd like for you to not die. That would be really cool. I'd like for you to not die.
I wouldn't like dying either. Wasn't the most pleasant thing, but the reason I push so hard for all of that, that I try and make new discoveries, that I try and push the boundaries, is to keep all of you safe, believe it or not. She kind of looks away for a second. It used to mainly just be Leon, to be honest, no offense.
No, I could tell.
Just the thought of him dying, thought of losing him when everything else was so crazy was the worst thing I could think of. And so I worked really hard to try and figure out a way to keep that from happening. But I think that feeling extends to a little bit more than just him now.
Maybe we both... I don't know. Maybe we both need to just enjoy what we have. Stop worrying so damn much about what could happen.
Ominous thunder strike in the background of real life.
I heard that.
Wow. Way to punctuate your point, Lore. Holy crap.
There is a beat in this moment. There is a pause. It seems.
Yeah, I think
And
that's a good natural pause there.
Yeah, I'm gonna ask for a second. This is a beat that this scene's still going. Leon, you were also looking for Lore.
I was. Do I come down at this point?
Would you may come down, and Leon, I'm gonna give you some agency here to say you can hear them talking to each other. Do you interject and come and interrupt the scene? Or do you wait?
I want to comment on the just a full body.
No, Leon is lit right now. So he's like, file that away for later. We got a tug of war contest to win right now.
Jesus, Leon.
He just
Lore and
priorities.
Lore and Jasmine, as your scene is about to have Leon, Brandon, you'll break in here in just a second. Lore and Jasmine, there is a beat and a moment. What is any last thing? What is exchanged between these two folks?
To your last point, Lore. I think you might not be entirely right there. Worrying is a healthy response sometimes. Especially when there's an elder brain out there that wants to subjugate and control everything and become a god.
There's probably a reasonable amount of worry. I don't know if either of us are achieving it, but I can't make that judgment for you.
All I know
Look,
is I'm gonna keep pushing until I'm sure that we can beat it.
okay.
As you say, okay, you have one sentence left. Each.
Oh yeah, I've got that sentence. Do you want Jazz to go first or
You can
Laura?
go first.
Okay. Yeah, Laura says, look. Jazz, we had something once, and I'm not trying to make you feel any way or think any way about that, but I do care about you. I never stopped caring about you just because we broke it off because you wanted to focus on your studies. I just don't know how many more times I can watch you die.
Oh, excuse me.
And at that, Jasmine, you do not get a response. Leon,
Leon comes strolling in. Lore! There you are. Ah, Jasmine, you found her. Fantastic. What's eating you? He sees the looks on y'all's faces.
Nothing. Leon, I was just working on some shit. Jazz showed me the axe that's pretty fucking cool.
Right, yes, part of our loot from our victory because we won. And this is a party, is it not?
It is a party.
Is it a party? I've been down here for a while.
There's a party.
Well, here he'll take his drink and he'll shove it at Lore. He'll be like, catch up.
One of his drinks.
One of his drinks, right? He's definitely double cupping at this
bottle,
point.
but then is like, hell with it, and takes the drink from Leon and is like, sure, and just
there we go.
Up above, you hear like the music has changed to like a deep bass, like up above.
Yeah.
We're in the hold, I guess, so it's somewhere. Okay. All right. Okay. Yeah. Party time. Cool.
Party time.
Jazz will reach down and squeeze your hand before standing back up.
Laura just kind of and stands up and kind of stretches. Like, what's going on upstairs, Leon?
Tug of war contest. We're gonna need your muscles.
Sure.
All right.
Yes.
Yep.
Why not?
Yes. He'll pause for a second and say, look, I think we might if we go up against Geoffrey's a little worried, right? Because of like, you know, yeah, right, exactly. So if we end up like I'm wondering if we should give him the win here.
Yeah, sure. I
just think, well, you know, we've already like he needs to bring his crew together. You know what I mean? You remember the first time we won something together as a crew back during the academy? And how awesome it felt.
That was rad.
Yes.
And all of the subsequent wins were also pretty cool.
Also rad. Exactly. Yeah. I think Drizzle dropped a ship. It was crazy, right? So
are we counting that as one of the wins? Well, now I am. At this
absolutely.
Point,
I was entirely uninvolved.
Listen, that was the day that we got that was the day that we found Franklin, and it was the day that we got our drink and we started our it's the day we became a crew, you know?
I haven't played cards in a while. We didn't get a chance to do that together on this, so maybe after the tug of war competition?
Is that a challenge, Laura?
Sure, if you want it to be.
We have a very special deck of cards.
Yeah,
That's
as you were like saying, I haven't played cards in a
Oh,
while.
really?
Jasmine kind of like,
Yeah.
Pulls down the plague mask and can't read my facial expression.
where's my
Right.
mask? Where's my mask?
As you are making these plans, you gather together, you have your team, you hear high above, all right, ladies and gentlemen, it is the tug of war competition. Reavers versus the Prometheus. Dread Pirate versus Dread Pirate. And as you start to make your way up, we're going to go to one more scene. Drizzle.
Okay. Well, I was gonna be shaking Gef's hand if we're going right into the battle, but if we is it Koba time?
You have a little bit of time. You can see people gathering, but you have your time here.
They're all downstairs doing something. I guess I have time. They said they'd be right back, and this is not right back. Emerald?
Oh, do you say Emerald?
The invisible guy. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm here.
I need you to go downstairs and stand very close to a handsome man in a pirate hat. Oh, Dread Pirate Greer. And say, I'm here to help you.
Okay.
Is this the invisible guy?
Leon's about to blast this man.
I shoot him. Yeah.
Yes.
Drizzle sent me first.
As you say, tell him Drizzle sent me first, there's no response. And just a little distance off, you watch as Koba has a cup that was being held out, and the cup lifts up invisibly, like something picks it up and moves with it, and Koba just kind of like goes like, okay, yeah.
Like, all right. I've seen
And then
weirder.
Koba kind of turns and looks at you and starts to walk over.
I'm instigating this conversation. I walk over to him. We walk towards each other.
As you walk towards each other, you see Koba's wings tucked back behind him. You can see he is wearing what looks to be kind of just like really basic pirate clothes, like really kind of slack pants that are really flowy at the bottom, but like clip off right at the ankle, right? And you can see then he also has like this like really deep cut white tunic V-neck that he's wearing as he steps on over.
Is he still wearing a little bow tie?
He has his little bow tie on,
Good.
like a Chippendale, absolutely.
Hi.
Hey.
I got your text.
Oh, good. I sent that and you didn't respond, and I.
Oh, I just like right before we found out about Smegma. What's his name? I don't remember his name.
Smegma.
What?
you watch as Koba goes, Smolder. Smolder is
Sorry.
the name. Yeah.
Oh yeah. So if you have, I was gonna say it's probably gonna be closer to 5 to. Do you have 5 to 7? Could I have 5 to 7 minutes of your time?
You have all of my time if you want it.
Okay. Okay. I thought about this. I have two things. The first thing is that I want to say that I am sorry for being a huge jerkwad. I like people very much, and I think generally people do like me. I don't know why they wouldn't, but I don't understand people usually very well. And we had just been sitting up on that bench looking over the city, and it was so lovely, and you showed me like, oh, this is what I love more than anything in the world. I love being in the city. It's so incredible. This is my whole life. And then just by being on that bench sitting next to me, then, oh, the city's gone. Your life is destroyed. I destroyed your life. And I was like, okay, I'll solve the problem. I'm solving the problem, and he's going to solve the problem with me. And I forgot about you being a person, and what I did was wrong, and I'm sorry.
Thank you. To say that to have been kind of ousted from Dis and to not feel like I have right now firm footing is partially true. It's painful. And I really appreciate your apology.
I think it's the first one that I'm ever given, honestly. No,
Oh.
The second.
Oh, okay. Well, you were doing great, actually. Usually people are like really kind of like they're going to be like, I'm the victim and you're the problem sort of thing in apologies sometimes. And so you're rocking it.
Thank you. Thank you. I'm working on it.
Cool.
Are you ready? Are you ready for the second thing?
I'm ready for the second thing, and then I have something too.
Okay. Okay. Well, I'll do my second thing first. Is that okay?
Yeah.
Okay. So there's going to be a lot of prefacing here because it's going to be kind of a lot. I know that I'm a lot, all the time, but this is I'm trying very hard. So this is going to be a lot. So the thing, okay, I'm going to say some things to you that are not in pursuit of you right now making a decision or giving me a specific reaction or like doing something. What I'm telling you these things so that you have to tell you what's in your deck so that when you have your hand, you can play it. I don't really know how to play cards. But, okay. So what I want to say is that I like you very much. I don't actually know you that well, but I do like you a whole lot. You're one of my people. It's my crew and my captain and my son and Geff. Geff is great. Have you met Geff? I hope you get to spend time with Geff. He's really nice.
Seems great. Yeah.
And then it's you. And one of the things that I admire so much about you is something that I admire about all of you, which is this is gonna sound really okay. You're very small. Oh, it sounds bad. Like condensed. Like there's so much passion and energy and life and story that's existing inside one body in one time with one voice and one story, and it's so amazing. And I love it. Like what I want more than anything in the world is to see my people live their stories and to try to help them tell the stories that they want to tell. And I don't know, it's not so much I was gonna say, I don't know if I'm meant to be like that, but I don't know if that really matters. And even if it did, I wouldn't have to if I didn't want to. I don't know if I want to live that way, even though I admire it so much in you guys. Like seeing the way that you interact with other people. I like to watch you when you're interacting with other people. Just by being near them, you make their stories shine so much brighter. They're even sharper and brighter and stronger just because your story is going alongside theirs, and I like that so much. But this is gonna sound shitty again. I think the best way for me to help you all tell your stories is to be bigger. Makes it sound like I'm saying more important, and that's not what it means. It means more like butter, like on toast, like spread out, and maybe not so material all the time. And I don't mean like, oh, okay, I'm not saying goodbye, I'm going to heaven to become an angel in the great beyond. I mean more like, I don't think I'm going to be like this for very much longer. I mean, sometimes if the people that I care about are like, hey, Driz, you want to go roller skating or help me out with something? Or do you want to maybe sit on a bench and look out over a city? Like, I'm there and I'm in roller skates on a bench looking at a city. But I think a lot of the time I might be somewhere else, be something else. I guess I want to tell you that because there's two things that I really want. I want for you to be able to tell the story that you want to tell in the way that you want to tell it. And I guess the second one is more of a hope. I hope you want me to be a part of it. But the first one is more important. And I want to make sure you know what you would be getting.
Koba looks at you in this moment and steps backwards from you a little distance and holds out a hand towards you. Can you take my hand?
Yeah, she does.
You're not gonna believe this, but come with me for a second. And he leads you to the edge of the ship.
Okay.
Do you trust me? You're not gonna kill. You're not gonna kill. You're not gonna kill me. You're not gonna kill me, right?
I don't want to kill you. I trust you, yeah.
He falls off the edge of the ship, pulling you with him.
Absolutely. I am also going.
You both begin to plummet, moving through the gravitational field that is created by the ship. The ship sort of creates a cyclical, kind of circular style gravitational field, and you start to move with the mass towards the edge of it. If you get to the edge of the field, you will fall through it and into the void of space, sort of what happened to Smolder. And you are falling together, two bodies moving quickly reaching terminal mass. And Koba continues to, as you fall, holding your hand, look at you and say, "Can you save me?"
I am going to thunderstep us back above the ship as long as he wants to come.
He does want to come. You, with a burst of thunder and a crack, you see as you are above the ship, and you find yourself floating for a second, and you see Koba's wings have spread, and you begin to slowly twist around the ship. He is flying you almost like circularly orbiting the ship in this moment, and then pulls you in, tugging on your hand, and pulls you close and says, "Since the moment I've met you, I saw somebody who was bigger than life, ever shifting, and was so interesting to me that I could not stop but give up my work for that second and talk to you. And the first thing you said to me was, 'Am I doing this all right? Is this okay?' The person I see now is somebody who's telling me what they want. And that is more exciting than ever. You hope that I'm in your life. I want to be in your life, and I believe in you. I believe in what you are doing, and I believe that you'll save me, just like you've done now twice. I hope you can tell everybody's stories, and I hope to help you with that."
You want to help us win a tug of war competition?
No, I don't.
Okay.
I mean, I
There
guess
is with the priorities.
I'm realizing there are teams of 3, right? Are you part of any of the other crew's team, or?
Oh, are they teams of 3? I don't understand the rules of this.
Yeah, do you want to be a team? We can collect somebody else.
Yeah, yes.
Okay, yeah. Drizzle, before we land, I just want to say, like a passing cloud, you are any shape you want to be, and all of them are exciting to me.
You're really good at this.
You're really good at it.
Thank you.
You both land for a second, and you see Koba then take a bow in your direction for a second and say, "I think I know who I'm going to go recruit.
Oh,
May I?" And hold your hand up to kiss your hand on the back of the hand.
you may.
As you look away, he gives you a kiss, and he hustles off, and you see him approaching Dread Pirate Aksani.
Oh, fuck. Oh, fuck. Okay. She goes from to And the arbiter face back to normal.
All right, we're getting into this tug of war competition as
Yo, can I just say, Koba is a smooth operator. Boy.
He's so
That man
good.
got
Yeah,
some,
what the fuck?
got
That
some
was so
lines
good.
and some fucking that. Okay, Koba, I see you. Boy.
Hot damn, Koba.
Hot damn drizzle.
They're
Awesome.
having this like amazing romance.
You three, you find your group starting to gather together. Leon, Lore, Jasmine, you have grouped up. I will note that we're getting informed that there might be a weather warning for Jasmine. So if for some reason suddenly the stream disappears, just no audience. It was Mother Nature taking.
Yeah, it's because I died.
Well, hopefully not.
I don't know how many times I could watch you die, tornado.
Each of the
I just
groups
had
have
to-
gathered together in this moment. And you see as Brock, Slate, and Geffrey stand there, Leon, Lore, and Jasmine, and Oksani, Drizzle, and Koba are there. There's a couple other groups, and you see as the tug-of-war competition begins, it is two groups pulling against each other, and how the groups work is that everybody makes a strength check, and we take the average of those strength checks, and that's what's competing against each other. Yes.
Did Emerald get shot?
Oh, yeah, you're right. As you are arriving,
Was
Leon,
that a joke?
a voice comes into your ear for a moment, Leon, saying,
Uh-huh.
I'm going to help you in the competition.
Gonna roll a dice real quick.
Is this happening when he's around a lot of other people?
No, this is
or-
happening kind of
This is
private.
in the basement.
Good, perfect, excellent, good.
What did he
excellent.
say? What did he say exactly?
I'm here to help you with the competition.
I don't shoot him. I look and I don't see anyone.
As you
Say-
turn and look, the cup of grog gets put in your hand.
Are you a ghost?
No. I'm just invisible.
This is just run-of-the-mill cheating.
That makes a lot more sense. I don't think I have to make an insight check to know that Drizzle sent you.
Cool. Yeah. All right. I'm gonna be helping you out though.
Okay.
Are you sure we want to lose, Captain? It seems like we have a
Yeah.
lot of ways to win.
No, we do, but my fellow Dread Pirate needs this right now. It's just a tug of war competition. I mean, you know, it's not like it's the end of the world. We won that one already.
True.
Awesome.
Are we? So, I look at where the tug of war is going to take place. Are we doing this in front of Are we doing this? Are we fighting Geffrey?
You all group up, and you see as some of the teams kind of shake themselves out, and eventually win and lose. But in order to get into this little tournament a little bit, each of you have to collectively fight one team ahead of each other.
Okay, cool.
So,
yeah.
Geffrey, you, Slate, and Brock step up to this rope. You see that at the center is a red flag, and you see that there's been hay laid about in two lines.
Mhm.
You group up, and on the other side, you see what looks to be like another group of like some Prometheus and Reavers have teamed up in a group of three.
Mhm.
You can see Val, the pilot, is on that team, and Val sort of like gives you like gestures in your direction, and then you watch as striding over, you see Yagi, the cleric, step over and sort of be like, I'm the judge of this, so. And she goes, so I'll be watching for any sort of misdoings, no magic during, and you must make sure that the red flag goes over your line. You ready?
No magic during. I look at Jasmine. I go.
She's already cast borrow knowledge on herself.
You, Slate, and Brock gather up. You grab your rope.
Geffrey totally takes his shirt off. This shit's going down.
Geffrey.
I can't believe that my first reaction was so does Lore.
Nice.
Laura's wearing
the
like one of
nipple.
those Calvin Klein things under, or is it just
Amazing.
nips
Yeah.
out for the competition.
No, I don't know. Maybe like the sort of the bandage body wrap kind
Hell
of.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's very lore. That makes sense.
Awesome. Geffrey, you, Slate, and Brock step up. Geffrey, what's your strength bonus?
+1.
Okay.
Jeffrey's not a particularly
This is-
strong hippo.
This
He's
is
a dexterous
athletics.
hippo.
This will be athletics.
Okay, athletics is better because I have advantage on that, and it's a +5, so that's fine.
Advantage. Look at this.
You,
man.
Yeah, it's a hippo
you
thing.
Step up, Geffrey, and you know.
Hippos.
So yours is a +5.
Yeah,
Brock is a +6.
that sounds right.
And Slate is a +3.
Okay.
And so you will make your roll. I'll roll for Brock and Slate against
Okay.
your competitors.
Okay, I have a dirty 20.
Oof. Awesome. So you all three of you start to pull. You get an average of 15, and you compete against the other team. The other
Respectable.
team you see fully. You watch Leon, Jazz, and Lore as Geffrey has fully taken off his shirt. You notice that Brock fully ripped his shirt off, and you see Slate. Has,
Was it like a me too kind of thing?
Yeah, 100% was like, oh, we're this team, and you notice Slate has fully like undid all the buttons, but is still wearing it. But you see just like chiseled and cut, shredded abs as these three just heave, and you soundly beat the team you're competing against.
There's so
And
much
then-
testosterone on this ship right
Oh,
now.
I was gonna say right after that, you just see all of them. Oh, and they don't like do high five. They do that thing where everyone brings their arm up and they like smash biceps together. They like do the.
You watch as all of the Reavers, because you are the dread pirate of that ship, and all of your crew members that are helping you are all Reavers. You may make for me a persuasion check because you were successful.
Oh, hell
with
yeah.
advantage to try to raise the morale of your crew.
Oh, okay. By the way, as all this
Okay.
masculinity is happening, Jazz is gonna like raise an eyebrow, look at Lore, look back.
What?
Wow, that's rough. So I
What a
used
fuck.
my
What
luck
a
because
meta
I
for
did
there.
not roll particularly well on any of
Lauren's in
those.
the midst of taking
but the
their own
best was
shirt
in-
off.
With
Just
luck,
wait.
I don't get to roll with it like advantage. I roll 3 times, not 4. Correct?
Correct.
It would be okay. Yeah. So I got a 9 at best,
9.
unfortunately.
Geffrey, you managed to win this. You think you kind of turn. The Reavers are cheering you on, but nothing dramatic has happened. They're not
Sure.
too excited. You have another luck. Thank you, Flo.
Thank you, Flacco.
Awesome. We're now gonna have. I'm gonna roll a quick check here. Okay, we're gonna have Drizzle, Oksani, and Koba step up to the plate, and they're duking it out with another team on of crewmates here.
Hey Drizzle, do you have proficiency in athletics?
No.
You do now.
I'm also gonna give you advantage. I'm gonna be like, Drizzle, you got this. Represent.
I take my shirt off.
You watch as Koba fully takes off his shirt, takes it off.
Bow tie on.
Bow tie on, but folds his shirt up, sets it down. You see Oksani. Oksani has wheeled up as well and is setting up to do this. And you see that she sort of straps the rope to the base of the wheelchair. Koba is taking the front. Drizzle, you're in the middle. You notice the other team. You see what looks to be like 3 Prometheus crewmates. You see all 3 of them put their hands together, and there's a glow of magic for a second, and they go, "Go!" And you see as they all of them suddenly like kind of look jacked. They're like, "Let's do this thing."
I don't have anything that will help with it.
Counter
But
spell.
I'm defended by my entire party, so thank you.
Counter spell.
Silvery barbs.
Silvery barbs.
Yeah, that's after casting during the competition, so I don't think I can get away with silvery barbs. Don't have subtle spell because I'm not a subtle person.
Okay.
It's true.
Athletics
Drizzle, roll a athletics check. Yep.
with my proficiency and advantage. 13.
Awesome. All right. You roll. You get all of that, and then I'm gonna check the other team here. Okay.
I did a +4. I got a 13.
Oh my god.
Otherwise, I would have gotten a 3, so you guys helped a lot.
You two begin to pull against each other. You see that fully Koba is just like flexing. You're heaving on this. You see Oksani is the base at the back, and you hear the gears on her wheelchair sort of starting to crank and turn as there's a little bit of like they're really torquing on this rope. You see the other team fully like divine magic at them jacked or pulling, and you are fully at odds. You have to roll again.
Okay.
Ooh.
Wow.
I don't have advantage
Wow.
on this one anymore, I don't think. I'm gonna use luck.
Okay.
Got another one, I think.
I got a 12 and then I got a 13. Do I use another luck? There's no way we're doing anything more
Flacco
important.
did just give you new luck.
Okay.
So-
okay.
Yeah, this will be the second one.
All right.
So that's a nat 1. So I'm gonna stick with the 13.
Okay, cool.
I cannot win.
With your heaving, you see as the other team starts to buckle a little bit, and you hear Oksani going, "Heave, pull, we're gonna win this!" And you hear this like, and suddenly you feel heat blasting from behind you as Oksani has turned on like rockets with a nat 20 on the pole. And
Jesus Christ.
That was a
rockets?
magic.
It's not
you
magic.
see as her crew falls over, and she goes, "Threat,
That's my
pirate
grandma."
Oksani!"
Dread.
That's my grandma.
And you see as she like is just like pointing out at people, and people are like, "Oh yeah," and cheering on. Awesome. You guys move on, and now we have Lore, Leon, and Jasmine.
I want
Yeah.
to say when Jazz looked over at Lore and was like, Lore was like shirt half off. She was like, "What?" And that's when she was like, that's a lot of guys over there. Yeah.
Looks down. Oh, never mind. Carry on.
I mean, at least I can show off my muscles if we're gonna throw the game.
It's true. We'll make it look good.
Leon takes his shirt off too.
Yes,
Jasmine
Leon.
renews no
That's what we're
clothing.
doing.
Everybody's taking their shirts off. You see,
Jasmine
Except Jasmine.
remains in full black leather, sweating.
Yeah.
it creaks as Jasmine.
With the mask on too.
Oh, you'd think that, but then as we all walk up to the podium where we're doing this, you were followed by a T-Rex.
Oh, yeah, that is a good point. I forgot about that.
How
So
are we
what's
gonna
gonna
throw
happen?
the game if there's a T-Rex pulling the?
Yeah,
I've
what happened?
got a plan. Jasmine
No, we're
casts
only going to throw
Investiture
against
of
Geoffrey. We're
Undead.
not going to throw against anybody else.
Oh, good. Who are we against right now?
You watch as the young crowd that approached you, Leon, and you, Jasmine, are gathering up. And you see as the young woman who stepped up to you, Jazz, you see as she sort of says like, "Hey, so we got some ringers. We're going to win this." And you see as the little crowd splits and Bleasnoik and Franklin step out. Bleasnoik rips his shirt off, and you see
What?
Franklin fully is just like flexing, and then she joins them, and those three are gonna duke it out against you guys.
Aw,
What?
That's
I love
cute.
this.
Mutiny, I say, mutiny.
Fully joking.
Oh,
Laura
yeah,
looks at please, and goes, "You traitor."
Awesome. They are gonna roll. You guys have to roll with your athletics check against them.
Sure, yeah.
Let's go. I'm giving advantage to Laura. Not that they need it, but I mean, Jasmine's a T-Rex, so.
For the encouragement,
Yeah, I've got
Leon.
that'll be a
I'm
24
gonna give advantage
total.
to anybody. Yeah, exactly. All right, yeah. All right, let's go. Let's get it. Boo. Oh shit! I only rolled a 9. That sucks.
Well, roll with
And
advantage
Jasmine's good. The
anyway,
way she
but-
pulls it is she like takes the end of the rope into her like teeth and like just.
Just yanks it. Yeah. I slip. I've been drinking, so it's okay.
How does
25.
Leon
How
gets
does
picked up
Emerald
on the
work?
rope with.
Yeah, that's why I failed. Yeah, exactly.
Does Emerald give assistance to somebody, or how does he function?
Emerald rolls as well,
Okay.
and is adding to this.
Hell yeah, Emerald.
Emerald adds in, but you slip a little bit. This is a landslide victory. you see is Franklin and Bleeze and the woman. They are pulling against you, and you see as Jasmine, you just start scooting back slowly with your teeth, and then suddenly you actually get a little tug for just a moment as the other three are pulling against you. Lore, you step in there and just fully pull, and you see Franklin going, "We're going down," and you see as they start slipping, all three of them, and then just slide up to the rope. Fully, you've won.
Nice.
Laura will
job,
shake
team.
Franklin's hand and be like, "Good job, you little turncoat."
You then see as Yagi says, "All right, it is going to be Leon, Lore, and Jasmine versus Oksani, Koba, and Drizzle."
Jasmine snorts.
Get ready to be Mr. Roll.
You've
got this, Drizzle.
All right, you three make checks.
Anybody gonna throw me the assistance? Captain Leon, where's that bonus action?
You're a traitor, Drizzle. I'm gonna give Laura advantage again.
Woo!
Ooh, that was a low roll.
Let's go. Oh wow,
I
natural
have one
one.
last luck that I had saved that I'm gonna use.
I'm gonna use my luck here too, actually, because I rolled in that one.
Natural 20!
God damn it! Hang on.
All right, I'm gonna look mine as well.
Okay, Laura,
I got a 21.
Don't tell us what happened, Laura. Your numbers are not yet in, and everyone's like adding stuff in here.
Oh wow, exactly one better. What a situation.
So, Leon, I heard a
21. Yes, sir.
Laura.
22.
That'll be a 17 from me.
A little low for Lore.
You all start to heave and fight
Heave-ho.
against each other. You hear Oksani go, "If you're gonna be a dread pirate, you're gonna have to work for it." And with another nat 20, she is adding on top of this. You see the thrusters start blasting along.
Whoa.
Hold up. For real?
You gonna shoot her wheelchair?
You see as
I might. No, that's shooting.
You see as the wheelchair starts to shoot. You see as Drizzle with a nat 20. Drizzle, what's a nat 20 look like from you?
I'm thinking fully, as a cloud, I'm essentially just giving double blast to her wheelchair, and also just kind of the winds of force start just pushing against you guys to make things just blowing you in our direction.
Okay, I'm gonna ask you something, Jake. Can I action surge to get an extra roll? If not, it's cool, but I would like to.
Yeah,
I don't like to lose.
If you want, yeah, go for it.
Awesome. Yeah, I'm gonna action surge and see if I can get another.
This isn't a re-roll. This is like he's doing.
Yeah. I don't want to
himself a
re-roll. I want to give
bonus
myself an extra
number.
bonus.
Yeah.
Yes.
Awesome.
Okay, cool. Let's go.
Go for it.
That's another 21.
Oh my God. Drizzle, you are heaving with all your might. Koba is joining you. You see as the rockets from Oksani's wheelchair seem to like expand and go even further. And then you watch as the T-Rex, Leon, and Lore, like for just a second, like your team, Drizzle, is like starting to go. And then it slows, stops. And then you hear Leon behind you. I'm really working for this too, man. And you hear as Emerald is also pulling with you as you start to pull back. And against all nat 20 odds in this moment, you three win against these three.
That was tough.
You hear everybody go crazy and wild about this.
Jasmine
Leon,
full
you're
on into
pounding your
Godzilla.
chest.
Only
Roars.
because Oksani challenged my dread pirate status. Talk about if I want to
Oksani-
be a dread pirate, I'm gonna have to work for it.
Drizzle is going into a full pantomime Shakespearean death across the floor in her woe.
Leon, roll a d20 and add your charisma.
As you get shot
And
by
add your charisma to it.
Add my charisma. Okay. So just a charisma check, basically.
Yeah.
Boom,
In
let's
this interim, Lore is
go. Natural
healing
20.
Drizzle.
What's up? 23 total.
Wow.
Leon, Jeffrey, roll an insight check.
Okie dokie. Let me get my things back. Insight in 3, 2, 1. Oh, that's a big number. That's a 25.
Leon,
That's crazy.
Jeffrey. Oksani loses, and you hear as her wheelchair fully runs out of like steam and power. You see it's kind of smoking, and you see as she pulls out her gun and just shoots into the deck going, "They can't have a T-Rex, that's cheating." And you see Yagi go, "Well, yeah, that is kind of cheating in a way,
It's
I think."
resourceful. What are you talking about? We didn't
and-
use any. The rules were don't use any magic during the competition. We didn't use any magic during the competition.
You look at Oksani's just like glaring at you, and then looks at Yagi, and you see Yagi being like, "I mean, could you get rid of the T-Rex for the final one?"
She's using her little rocket boosters on her wheelchair. How is that any different?
Careful, she's a vengeance paladin. She's gonna get you.
She is just eyeballing you, and she goes, "Going into my cabin. I have work to do." Drizzle, Koba, good job. And she goes going along, and you see as she goes only for a short distance with the wheelchair, and then you hear her go, and Koba goes, "I got you," and helps kind of move the wheelchair along and get out of the way. Yagi goes, "The T-Rex is sort of bullshit, but we'll keep it going."
Yeah, I think Geoffrey walks over to Leon in that moment and goes, "Don't worry, she's always been a sore loser. I just hope you won't be."
I mean, Grandma's got some
Oh.
guns. She did all right.
We'll
without the
we'll see.
wheelchair.
We'll see.
In the
Cap-
nat
Captain.
20 charisma check, Leon and Geoffrey, as you're parting ways with Leon, there's a moment of understanding. Everyone lost their minds when Leon and his team won. Reaver and Prometheus.
Yeah, buddy.
Leon's level of social rapport as also life of the party, both crews highly admire Leon. And Leon, you know that your voice carries a lot of weight. Geoffrey, you and Leon have a moment here, two captains in your own rights, unspoken. You both have this same realization that Leon has so much social capital in this moment and can wield it in any way.
Yeah.
All
Pretty
right.
dope like that.
Well, I guess, what was it? The Rolling Stones, and what's your team name?
Who, mine?
Yeah.
The Victors.
And the Victors are going to
It's
duke
gonna
it
be
out.
confusing if we lose.
We've already seen one Dread Pirate defeated. Nay, two Dread Pirates defeated today. Are we going to see another fall?
Well,
Which
a
Dread
Dread
Pirate?
Pirate.
will reign supreme?
yeah, you are actually. Yeah.
Gonna-
Can't really.
I mean, one of them's got to lose.
All in fun, of course, everybody. All in fun.
As
And you,
oh, sorry. Just
The
I want
crowd
to do this real
goes-
fast.
yeah, the crowd goes quiet and is getting ready to watch this. This is everyone. Reaver and Promethean is watching this. But Jazz.
Where Drizzle's doing a Shakespearean death on the floor, Jasmine's gonna stomp over and like pick her up by like the scruff of the neck.
I had said
little
like during the
limp doll.
commotion as well that Lore was humoring her, so Lore is probably like, "No, I barely knew you," like very much like the early episodes.
And she's just gonna put you on her back, by the way.
Oh,
I'm not helping in the final one, by the way, but this is a great to see it.
In this moment, you hear, "I want to ride!" And Bleeze and Franklin jump up on your back as well, Jasmine. And you three are all up there riding on the back of the T-Rex.
Perfect. We're in
really
height
unpleasant
order.
if you.
It goes mom, child, father.
That's awesome.
Leon, as your group steps up, Leon, you hear a voice going, "I don't really know if you all need help."
I'll say, listen, it's cool. Just go easy on them. They need the W here.
You want me to just go help them?
Yes.
Okay. Leaves.
I
Yeah.
wouldn't
Yeah.
know he's invisible.
Geoffrey, you, Brock, and Slate are all standing there, and
I imagine I'm having them crumble some like stone dust in my hand to use as chalk.
Yeah. Like
Rubs it on his
they're
hands.
fully chalking up. Everybody's chalking up. Everyone is shirtless. You hear the theme from Top Gun start to play as you step up, right? And everyone's like a little sweaty, all oiled up, and we're here, and you see as everyone's starting to grab the ropes. All right, get yourselves ready. And this is going to be you when you are ready. Is there any final words in this moment? The crowd has gone quiet. Everyone's watching.
Laura's just gonna pull on some of the old BS and just wink at Geoffrey.
I think he gets a little smirk and winks back and then yells, "Reavers!"
You make a persuasion check.
I'm gonna make intense eye contact with Brock, right? And just go,
You see Brock is
Sorry,
like,
Geoffrey isn't persuasive at all because he rolled a 5. You know what? I have another luck. This feels more important than what's happening next. So
that you're gonna win.
Yeah. Yeah, we're gonna do it here. Wow, 9 again. That's all I got. 9 is about as high as he can persuade.
you call out Reavers and you hear there's like, yeah, but it's not very loud. It's not extremely powerful in this moment, but you see everyone watching. Brock goes, "We gotta win this, Captain."
I'm gonna say, come on, Geoffrey, you're a dread pirate now. Is that all you've got? And I'm gonna give him advantage on that persuasion check.
Oh, all right. Well, let's see if this gets any better. Okay, that's a 15. That's better. I think he yells in response to his first yell. "Reavers, do we lose?"
"We don't." And then you hear somebody go, "We gotta workshop that."
I was looking for just a solid no, but we'll workshop that later.
We'll work on it, yeah.
So you see one guy off in the corner being like, "I wrote that like a week ago, and we all agreed that it was gonna work." And
Reavers, do we lose? Occasionally.
Occasionally.
But we roll with it.
Yeah. But that's okay.
Only
Awesome.
our boss.
You step up to the ropes, and you all will make your athletics checks.
I look at my team. I look at Jasmine and I say, make it look good, you know?
Oh, she's got a plan. Cool.
Ooh, 18.
Is it athletics or strength? Because that
Athletics.
makes sense. That's right. It is athletics. All right. Good. Oh, no, that's right. Because that's how I got. All right.
All right,
I say,
die.
yeah, you know,
I'm gonna have-
we don't want
wait,
to. We don't want to look like bitches out here.
I'm gonna
make it
have
look
one
good.
at a time.
Oh, okay.
Who got 18?
I did.
Leon?
Yeah.
Leon. Brock is going next, and Brock gets a 22.
Jesus.
You
Brock?
see, he is just. All right. Next up, who's next on the list?
I can if you want.
All right, Jazz, go for it.
I burned a luck and it didn't get any better, but I got a
Oh,
total
no.
of a 21.
Oh, that's still good.
But what Jasmine's gonna do is, as she's pulling, she's like really like getting into it. She's gonna try and bite the rope and make it snap.
Okay.
Like, bite through it and like let it go.
Oh, like just for her, so that
Yes,
all of a
she's in
sudden
the
her
back.
strength isn't a part of it. Yeah.
Mhm.
Okay. Well,
So it looks like an accident.
So you, Jasmine, you start to pull. You got a 21. You see on the other side, Jasmine, as you're assessing this, Slate steps up. Slate fully pushes the shirt back, cut abs, and nat 20 starts to heave on this.
Oh shit.
All the nat 20s in this game. What is going on?
That's wild.
Awesome. You feel this heavy tension as Leon, you and the Jazz starting to pull are kind of like getting tugged towards it. Lore, you and Geoffrey lock eyes. Lore, go for it.
Okay. That is a 16.
16. Okay. Geoffrey,
Geoffrey gets a 22.
22. Awesome.
Y'all hear that one?
Drizzle is not helping in any way, but she does have something she would like to scream when Geoffrey wins.
Geoffrey, you have advantage on this. Go for it.
I did actually. The first was a 19, second was a 22 for the athletics check.
Awesome. Just roll one more time.
You got it. 15.
Cool. Just checking. Cool. You heave on the rope, and it is a 18 versus 22 average. As Jasmine, your teeth sink into the rope slightly, and you hear the snap of this extreme tension. It's almost like a pause for a second, and before this snap occurs, there's like a beat. As the rope is pulling taut, you're pulling against it. There is a moment where the Reavers all realize just how well against a T-Rex their team is doing.
Yeah.
And you hear them starting to go like, Reavers, Reavers, Reavers. And you hear them starting to chant this over and over again as the rope is getting pulled tighter and tighter. And then suddenly what it looks like is that there's a moment almost like semi of a draw. But if you look closely and as everyone's watching, the rope where it snaps is close to Jasmine, Lore, and Leon, as if their side snapped the rope in a way that they lost this, right? And you can see as all of the Reavers go, yeah!
Drizzle would like to scream,
You got cut out
broke
so
up.
hard.
You totally cut out.
Yeah. Your voice
I
is so high.
believe in Reaver Fever.
You see the guy with the clipboard go, brilliant, and writes it down, and you hear everyone go, Reaver Fever, Reaver Fever. And Geoffrey, in this moment, you can make another persuasion check with advantage.
It's gotta be better than a
As
9,
everyone
guys.
is cheering you on.
Gotta be better than a 9. That's only a 4.
Oh my God.
Come on, you. There it is, a 19. There it is,
Hey,
finally.
there we go.
Geoffrey, you turn with this check and you hear everyone chanting Reaver Fever, and you have a moment where you can claim a significant level of rapport in this moment.
I think I imagine that as the rope snapped, it was so aggressive that our 3 team members fall down on one another. And I think that he gets up somewhat quickly and grabs Slate and Brock and pulls them to their feet, and then grabs them both by like the elbows, because I think he's probably a bit shorter than both of them, which is what was established. And I think he raises them both up in the air and just lets out his biggest hippo, I was gonna say roar, biggest hippo roar. Oh, Reaver Fever! And I think starts to align to get everyone chanting Reaver Fever, Reaver Fever in the same cadence over and over again.
You hear the entirety of your ship chanting it. As the Reaver itself, every Reaver on the ship is chanting it. The Prometheans begin to chant it as well. As this moment of victory settles. Leon, you're seeing this as well as you've just watched in this moment. Geoffrey, you share a look for a second. And there is a confirmation of something. What goes between Leon and Geoffrey in this second?
I think solidarity, or at least that's what Leon's like projecting. And it's not like there's no malice, there's no smugness. It's just like, this is your crew now. I'm glad you won.
Yeah, I think that I don't imagine that that Geoffrey picks up at all that he was let win. I don't think he would react super well to that. So I think he, maybe being just wrapped up in the moment, again, just some of that anxiety that led to this, lets that kind of just gloss over what would maybe he's pretty observant dude. And so I think he's like, his passive insight is not at its maximum 17 at the moment. And I think he gives the same nod back of like, yeah, I think there's a very solid bond between these two. I think there's a moment of trust and like, yep, this is better. I think you see some of the tension roll off of Geoffrey in this moment.
Shoulders
of
go down a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Laura's gonna make her way up to the 2, back on our bullshit, and it's just gonna be like, nice job, big guy. Next time we see each other, I think I'm gonna want a rematch in the wrestling too.
I'm feeling pretty good right now. Is now not a good time?
I mean, I've had a little bit to drink, so I'm at a disadvantage, but I'm down if you are.
I think I remember there being a pretty good spot back on the Reaver ship. Do you mind taking a look?
Sure. I'll follow you. Nice win.
Reavers! And he yells, "Tear it up!"
Insight check on Brock falling to pieces behind.
Drizzle, only you see this, Drizzle.
I'm on the back of the dinosaur just going.
As you see this, Drizzle, as you watch, as Geffrey and Lore together leave to go and be on the Reaver ship, you notice for just a second, Brock kind of like turns and looks away, and you see Slate, again, shirt fully open, step over and just put two hands on Brock's chest, and they both put their heads together, and then turn and look back and go, "Right on, Captain." Yeah, that is where we're gonna go to break.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Awesome. Wait, it was thought into existence. Okay. Cool. We're gonna go back to looking at my beautiful advertisement that I made.
As we are starting to go to break, I will note that a little bit of time is going to pass between this, and the party will find themselves brought to Oksani coming up and have a conversation.
Ooh, okie dokie.
Yep.
Hungover, but feeling good.
Yep.
Awesome.
Cool. All right, we'll see you after break, gang. and welcome back. Thanks for joining us. Drizzle's stepped away for a second, but as we come into the next part of this story, you each have a great evening. Whether or not you're over on the Reaver ship,
do.
you're partying on the Prometheus ship, you're drinking yourself silly, and you all, in various states of maybe discomfort or unrest or whatever, or undress it may be, you wake up the next day, hungover, and you each of you are woken by another hungover member of either the Reaver crew or the Prometheus, either knocking at a door or kind of getting close to you and going, hey, Captain Oksani wants to see you. And then shuffling off again, and you are summoned to Oksani's quarters.
The only thing I want to flag before we continue, Drizzle thanked Emerald very much, made him some cool, like in really fancy, weird restaurants, they make like bubbles made out of sugar. She made him a Jell-O shot that floated. They had a good evening. He was rewarded for all his hard work.
Yeah, you and Emerald go hard for a while.
Tried to see if we could get the T-Rex drunk.
Sorry, I missed that.
Are you still a T-Rex?
Yeah, I wake up the next day.
Do you ever change back? Yeah.
No. At some point during the night, she would have stopped doing T-Rex things and probably hung out with Leon. Maybe for the entire night.
Cool.
Mm-hmm.
You each of you staggers or makes your way into Oksani's office. You see that as she is sitting there, she also looks kind of haggard. She has a warm cup of coffee, and you can see that there's a big coffee maker nearby, and she has a bunch of cups out, and she has a bunch of pastries, and she just has her hand on her forehead and goes, "Come in, get your drink and get a pastry.
Jasmine
we have some stuff to talk
goes
about."
for the coffee. Like
Before
Yeah, go ahead.
frazzled hair all tied up in a bun behind her, just like needs this.
before they get to the quarters, Laura's gonna be like, "You don't think she's still upset about us beating her yesterday, do you?"
That's why we're here. We're gonna have a rematch at 7 a.m.
For sure. Oh my god. Yeah, for sure, to whoever's in that general area. So for sure I'm assuming Geff is probably nearby.
Oh, I fully assumed that Geff and Lore were going to show up late, first of all.
Late is perfect.
They were not on time.
They're coming from the other ship, man.
Yeah, that's definitely the reason.
They're coming.
And then,
it's just that they woke up late.
sorry, y'all. The tentacles where we had to cross, they were busy this morning.
Yep.
It's just they would not calm down.
Were busy. Oh
Tentacles were
god.
busy.
Tentacles?
As you say those words,
Ugh.
Jeffrey, as you say those words, Oksani goes, "I don't want to hear it. I don't want it. Let's just get to business."
He chuckles
Actually,
and
I'll
grabs a
go
pastry and a cup of Joe.
Did you bake these?
Yeah.
Hey, we still
She's
haven't
actually
gotten to
pretty
bake
good.
together yet.
Yeah. When did you get the chance to make these?
I didn't sleep that much last night.
I told you she was a sore loser. And he
I'm
elbows her.
I'm not that much of a sore loser, though. It is bullshit that it was a T-Rex, I just want to say.
Yes, and the rockets
You and
on
your
your chair
toga.
were nothing.
Exactly.
That's a mobility aid, and it's different.
I'd
Drizzle.
like to first raise a glass to all of you. You've done fine work, and I don't want to overlook that. Whatever was happening in the elemental plane of water, it seems your arrival there solved it. I also want to raise a glass to both of you, Leon and Geoffrey, for becoming dread pirates in your own rights, and well-deserved ones at that. I've been around for a long time. I've seen many come and go. And you two are some of the finest dread pirates this universe could have. You also killed Smolder.
That guy.
Appreciate
Yeah, we did
that.
do that. Yeah.
It's just a shit stone.
Yeah,
Cheers.
he needed to die. Cheers.
You all take a drink, and as she finishes hers for a moment, she goes, all right. At this point, Dread Pirate Greer, Dread Pirate Geffrey,
Still love the sound of that.
you are now colleagues in a way that I, in a hierarchical sense, didn't have to consider you as before. So I wanted to call a meeting for us to talk about where you two will plan to set sail, recognizing that at this moment in time, we have just 2 ships. Though I had Yagi go over to the Reaver, there is another small skiff attached to that ship should you need it. So we can part ways. I want to ask, where are the winds going to take you?
Well, we have a ship, Oksani. And he'll look to the rest of his crew and he'll be like, I think it's time we got it back.
I would appreciate that very much.
Do you think it still has the dragon on it?
Oh,
God, I
I
hope so.
really hope so.
Then that should be your mission. I will note that mine, I presume were you successful in finding the Tablet of Fate or no?
We have some leads. We know where it is.
Okay. I was also informed by Lore. If I recall correctly, you informed Oksani of what's up with her.
I told about her. Yeah, I told about. Yeah,
Mhm.
I told about the hive mind and about Admiral Lorfan.
Not about
Given recent news about Admiral Lorfan, and she locks eyes with you for a minute, Lore, I think it stands to reason that I go try to collect the other dread pirates that remain, and hopefully collect those Githyanki who are still adrift following the defeat.
I think we need to find a way to mobilize as many people as possible. Mechanist might be our lead to that, captains. It would be a worthwhile stop. The more people against this hive mind in the academy, better chance we have.
And Geffrey, what are you going to do?
Oksani is as good of an experience last night was for me and my new crew. I can't say I quite trust them yet, and thank you for allowing members of our old crew to join me. I believe there'll be seeds necessary to build as fine a crew as ever. I believe there are good crew members in these mercenaries. It just will take some time. Smolder also left behind some maps in my main cabin that I feel have something there. I will take time as I go and blood my new crew. On the astral seas, I will blood them and take a look at these maps. I would fully agree. I believe if we are going to go after whatever this true belief is, we will need more than just us, and this is not something that would be wise to rush into. So I will happily go join and gather the other dread pirates with you while blooding my crew and making an actual crew out of them instead of a band of money loyal mercenaries.
I think that would be wise. I will head over and try to seek out those that I can connect up to. Then we can expect you to join us. I think
Agreed.
It might be good for them to hear from me first what happened to Smolder, so that I can put to rest the worries of Spar and the others.
He turned into a plant and died.
Yeah, the crew was telling me about that. That's crazy.
Hey,
Some things in this world beyond our control.
don't cross the evil Don't cross the evil penguin posse. You know.
Weird things happen in the astral plane.
Weird things happened in the astral plane, and he deserved nothing better.
Here, here, and he pops the rest of the pastry in his mouth.
Here, here.
Well, with that being said, unless there's any other business that you have together, I would like to raise one last glass to the finest first mate that I have had on my ship for a long time. It is good to see you spread your wings and leave here. I may not have treated you or others in the best ways, but know that I cared for you.
Captain, that was never in question. The captain I am is the captain you've made me. And he raises a glass back at her.
I don't think I made you much of a captain. And she looks over at Leon. I think I'm just a good matchmaker. I think I put two people together who are going to make each other better. So, call it.
To Gaff.
With age. Yeah.
Come on, I want to drink this coffee.
To Dread Pirate Geoffrey.
Oh, Jasmine hasn't been waiting. She's just been drinking it.
Cheers.
Oh yeah, but like the whole toast, Laura was like,
Geoffrey, if you may head off,
just like tapping her foot. Come on.
Unless you have other business, Geoffrey, I suggest getting your ship together and leaving.
I understood.
Can we get that skiff from you first?
Yes. If you don't mind, are you finished with these five, Oksani?
I could give you a moment, but I am not done with them.
Please, I don't think she needs to leave. I think he just turns to the rest of the evil penguin posse and says,
"You really don't have to call us that."
"Yeah, it's all right."
It's kind of not our name. We didn't choose that.
We did. It was bestowed upon us.
When I was tacked onto your crew, I didn't expect much, but I was not in the best of places when I became a part of the crew temporarily. But this crew is something special. Oksani saw it, and that's why she sent me to you all. I have no doubt that whatever you all choose to do next, you will find a way to make go well, or at least your way. I've seen you all beat odds that I did not think could be beat previously, even in our short time together. I am proud to call you, Leon, my dread pirate compatriot. And you would be hard pressed to find a better crew. Best of luck, and know that you will always have a friend with the Reavers.
I appreciate that, Dread Pirate Geoffrey, and know that if you ever need us, we're just a call away.
Likewise, and any of you, and he looks at everyone, but definitely at Laura a little bit longer, are welcome on my ship anytime.
Laura can hop on that ship anytime she wants, can't she?
Anytime.
Don't be a stranger, Gaff. Stay safe out there.
You hear Oksani kind of going like, "Am I missing something right now? Is there something happening?" She's sort of muttering it. You know, she's not saying it too loudly.
And I think he just turns and says, "Oksani," and kind of dips the head, puts his hand on his customary gun as he normally does, and strolls out the doors.
No, absolutely not. Drizzle's going to make him give her a hug. This is a hugging crew. We are doing a hug, even if it's from behind.
Yep, Drizzle, I'm sorry. Yet, no, he turns around and gives the one-armed hug. He keeps one hand on his pistol, but gives the one-armed hug and says, yes,
as the door opens, as you say that, the door opens, and all of the Promethean crew is flanking the deck as you step out. They are all applauding, and then you step as they escort you almost in a line to the Reaver.
Who do we know who the next first mate of the Promethean is going to be?
It has not been decided yet.
Okay.
Yeah.
Sounds good.
You know, though, that it is actually extremely customary in kind of naval tradition when you claim a ship that the crews of both ships get mixed pretty heavily, actually.
Interesting.
At least as I understand it, because you want to kind of break up those cliques.
Sure.
And so about a third of the Prometheus crew is joining you, and a third of the Griever crew is joining the Prometheus.
Oh, I can't decide if I want to take Val with me or leave Val.
That is your call.
I think Val's coming with me. I think Val's way too good. I think if anyone's going to be able to learn how to steer this fucking beast of a ship, it's going to be Val.
As you walk with Val, just between as you and the rest of you see Geoffrey disappear, Val fully nudges you in the ribs and goes, "You gotta meet up with Laura again, like 100%, Geoffrey. Seriously." And you two leave, and Geoffrey has departed. The Reaver taking off. Thank you so much, Josh, for coming and joining us. If you would like to depart out for now as a guest player, thank you.
This has been a joy. Thank you all so much for having me. Good luck with the rest of the session, and I will look forward to hearing how this story continues.
Thank you for being here. It was fun.
To Dread Pirate Geoffrey.
To Dread Geoffrey.
Cheers.
See you at the final battle.
See you at the final battle.
Yeah, man.
Love you all. See you soon.
Love you, Josh.
Bye.
All right. I'm going to have to fuck with things for a second.
The cameras for a moment. Josh fully just ditched.
I didn't see that coming.
You told him to. You said he was
like,
good.
all right, Josh, fuck off. And he was like, I guess I'm fucking off.
I love it. I just am like, Max, we did have time.
It was so great to have Josh here for so long. That was awesome.
Yeah, that was really cool.
That was super dope.
As you all find yourselves now, Geoffrey leaving, there's a little bit of a transition period, but you all find yourselves, what would you like to do? You have some time. Oksani is going back to the workroom to kind of work on things and has an open invitation if you want to talk with her about any plans. Otherwise, this is up to you all in this moment.
Quick check-in before we go back and check in with the Gilf. Are we going to talk to her about the invisible people that she's been talking to, or is that off the table?
I'm not
Laura
gonna...
wants to bring it up.
Why me? Okay. I do
that's
think
family.
It's important. Okay, that's some bullshit, Leon.
Listen, I'm not. Listen, it's not my place to say, "Hey, do you have schizophrenia?" You know, like, is there something wrong with
I
you?
wasn't thinking it was schizophrenia. I was thinking that it was like a mind flayer or something.
Do you want me to
It
talk
could
to
be.
her
Hey,
alone?
do you have mind flayer syndrome? Like, are you controlled? I just feel like Laura should be the person. If she's gonna tell any of us, she's gonna tell Laura.
Yeah.
I'm willing to try.
Okay, so here's what I'm thinking. We go and say, oh my god, these pastries are so good. You know, it would make them better if we made them again. And like we get her into a good mood and we bake with her. Because look, she has milk now again instead of it being dry. And we hang out. We talk about going to the mechanical anus and doing all of that stuff. And then afterward, Laura's like, I need to talk with you privately. And she's like, oh, my flesh and blood. I long to be close to
my flesh and blood.
I mean, I could also just like be a doctor and be like, you're getting old.
You're getting old. What's
Time for a
wrong
checkup.
with you?
Please do not tell my grandmother she has Alzheimer's. Jesus.
I think the last thing she wants to hear is "you're getting old." I think she knows that already. I think Laura should.
I wasn't gonna say it like that. Yeah, that's fine.
All right, I'll ask her.
Jazz has a couple other things to do, anyways.
Awesome.
You all split up to do your various tasks or your work. You have a plan at some point to go and bake with Oksani. What would you like to do before then?
I'm at some point gonna check in on Sven. I don't know.
Yeah,
I don't have a specific plan, but
he's kind of important to check in on, I think.
Yeah, so you're gonna go check on Sven. I want to just double check. Who has the Tablet of Fate? Is Geoffrey walking away with it?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay, great. All right, just make sure.
Left it with
But
Geoffrey.
we can call him, beep him when we want to reach him.
Yep.
I love that reference.
Yeah, that was better than the
I was gonna
booty
work
call
on
reference I was about
breaking
to.
the pact so we could maybe use it.
Okay.
How?
If you want to try to do that, Jazz, you could.
How am I gonna break the pact?
That's the question.
Magic. Get it together, Brandon. I'm gonna go talk to the ship cleric.
It's very
Yagi?
very
Yeah.
descriptive.
Yeah, no. It's gonna involve messing with the weave and finding the threads and maybe severing them and hopefully not killing everybody on board.
Is there a way to investigate
The
it
fact
without
that
having
that's
the
just a
tablet with us
hopefully.
right now?
I mean,
What was that?
Oh, I was asking Jasmine if there's a way to investigate that possibility without having the tablet on Grandma's ship. Because I don't know how paladins work, but I feel like it's like a bloodhound that she's like, the thing that's most important to me in the world is on my boat.
it's not necessarily how that works, especially
Has
since
that
we'll be leaving
literally
soon.
ever worked for me?
You've only recently come into your own, you know?
Yeah, okay.
It's a
my
second
first
level
god
paladin
rejected me.
ability.
I get you.
That they detect undead and fiends, not tablets of fate.
I don't
That's
get
my
that.
job.
Yeah, I
But
can.
with
I
all
can. I can
permission,
detect good and evil.
Leon, I'd like to keep that with us if we can.
Yeah, of course.
All right, so you keep the tablet of fate.
Yes. Because I don't trust Jake to have something in an NPC's hands and not have it fall into the worst possible place.
Wow,
Boy.
good. Wow. All right. So we have Jasmine might be gonna go talk to Yagi and kind of maybe work on this contract that you've all connected to. Drizzle, you are going and you're gonna go talk to Sven. Lore, it sounds like you might go talk to Oksani.
I think I'm gonna talk to Oksani after we all bake with her.
Yeah.
Hey Leon, I
Yo.
know we're kind of hungover, maybe not quite the same vibe as last night.
Uh-huh.
But do you want to play around the cards?
Of course. I forgot we even yeah, he'll just pull out a deck of cards, not the deck of many things, but the deck of regular cards.
Awesome.
And
Yeah.
like just for fun, we don't have to have any stakes on this one, okay? Okay.
If you
Hey,
say so.
It's been a
You just-
minute.
Look,
Want to
we'll-
make
we'll
sure
pl-
you're still on your game before I start challenging you.
We'll play a few practice rounds. Listen, when you want to get serious, you let me know, okay?
Okay. All right,
Alright.
we'll play a few practice rounds, Leon.
I
We'll play
also
one
do wanna
practice
have a little thing with Koba.
You
Just a
two
short
go off
conversation.
and you start playing cards. And Drizzle, you make your way over to Sven. Sven is down in the hold. Bliznoik is relatively close by, as well as Franklin. And they're just off, like, tinkering and working on some shit. And Sven is just sort of sitting there. You see, I think you guys had strapped Sven up with the dimensional shackles and anchors. So Sven is just sitting there, and it seems to be just listening to Franklin and Bleeze as they're working. And as you approach, Sven turns, and psychically in your head, you hear, "Hey,
Knock knock.
hello."
How's it hanging? How's it going?
I'm sort of just stuck here.
Yeah, that's the vibe, isn't it? I don't know for sure how long this is gonna last. You were very evil for a very long time, so we're taking some precautions, you know.
I understand.
I have a couple of questions. First of all, she's just gonna sit cross-legged on the ground. I guess outside the door, wherever he's got, like, what is there a space where she can sit down and see him, but
Yeah.
not be like within arm's reach for him to tear the face off of? Okay.
Yeah.
She sits down, kind of floating on the floor. Okay. And you can absolutely let me know. I don't want to talk about that because I know when I first debuted, you know, as a single mind, it was really weird and awful, and I didn't have a great time for like a couple of minutes, you know. So you can for sure vent about that, I guess, if you want.
It is very new to me to not be part of a hive mind. And especially the one that belongs to true belief. I was not originally part of it either. And so to be fully free is a shock. And I'm trying to figure it out.
Have you ever been single-minded before? Or were you born into one, pulled into another?
I was born into a different elder brain and pulled into true beliefs.
Okay. I mean, was the first one less bad?
No.
Okay, that makes a lot of sense.
Different levels of control. I wouldn't even call it bad, it's more control. The other one, it was more you could do what you want, knowing that there was always a way for it to maybe kill you. The true belief was you don't get to really think for yourself.
Yeah. That makes sense. I have another question. Have you ever heard of a Neogi before?
I have, yes.
Yeah, aren't they cute?
They're so cute.
I don't think you've met him, or at least I think Leosnoik is doing his absolute best for you not to meet him, but our son, you can hear his little voice, he's a Neogi. And he was born into a huge hive mind of creatures that I believe are trying to enslave all mortal life in the galaxy. Not totally clear on the details, but I'm just saying, does Franklin seem like the kind of person who's going to enslave all the mortals in the galaxy?
I don't think so.
I don't think so either.
I have a question for you. I am new to being free from a hive mind, and it's scary. And yet I can see you and see that you are or were part of one yourself. How do you do it? I would like you to teach me, if possible.
Did True Belief ever do any baking?
No.
Well, I think we're gonna start your education with learning what it is you like. Would you like to see if you like baking?
Yes.
Okay. It's better to ask for forgiveness than permission. Essentially.
You do see Sven sort of like reaching out a hand, kind of in a gesture like, can you take me to wherever that baking is?
Yes. Essentially what Drizzle would like to do is ask no permission from literally anybody. Keep him in the dimensional shackles. Keep it safe. She's gonna take him to the baking meeting with
Awesome.
Oksani.
Do you
Good God.
open the door and take his hand and kind of lead him in the right direction?
Can I do an insight check on him real fast?
Sure, of course.
I'm sure he's not gonna kill me. 13 minus 1 is 12.
It doesn't seem like it.
Then yeah, I'll take his hand.
As you touch his hand,
Good stuff.
Drizzle, there is a moment, like a series of flashes for you. You recall you falling into the void. You recall Leon diving after you. You recall the darkness and emptiness of that space. And you recall the voice saying, describe her. You recall that from a long ago for yourself, almost. And there's a moment here where you hear a voice in your head say, describe them. And you have this realization, Drizzle, for a second, that you and Sven have a now burgeoning relationship of patron and patroned that could happen. It is small. It is like a seed. But as you take Sven's hand, there is a level of trust here that Sven is offering to you.
I'm gonna take his hand. I'm gonna look at him. Or is it them or him?
Them.
Them. I'm gonna look at them. Sven. Can't wait to find out what your story is gonna be. And I'm gonna take them up there to
Awesome.
do some baking.
You go on over there. Superb. Jasmine, how's cards going? You guys are just playing cards, right? Anything escalate there or change? Otherwise, we'll just move to Jasmine.
What do you think, Brendan? For sure, I think the first few is just very much friendly competition, a little bit of ribbing, because I think they're used to being on the same side. Usually, like back in the academy, Laura was the card shark, kind of vetting people and then sending them off to Leon to get hustled.
Right. I think they're playing, and it gets like a little bit more competitive each time. Like maybe Laura wins the first two, and then Leon wins one, and then Laura wins one, and then Leon wins one, and they keep going back and forth. And
yeah,
but
no one's getting hammered.
Right. Yeah. But I think Leon does want to ask though. So when we do end up facing your dad,
yeah,
what are you gonna do?
Well,
as we're still kind of like laying the cards down and everything.
Just kind of dealing out or whatever. Well, shit, Leon, I hope that we can break his connection to True Belief before then. I mean, we've got to do what we got to do, but I'm not going to be able to kill my dad.
Just reminds me of back when we were at the academy, you know? You didn't really have that much love for him back then. I mean...
You say that. You're not wrong. He was kind of a dickhead.
Yeah.
Turns out.
Still is. But
turns out True Belief might have some play in that. But I remember when he almost got assassinated. And I had this thought that I was going to lose him before I ever got a chance to build a relationship with him. And I might be stupid. You can call me stupid. But I still want that. I mean, if he breaks this connection to True Belief and he's still a jackass, then no, of course I don't. But I was telling Jazz this sort of thing last night. It's just, I want people to have the autonomy and the information to make their own decisions. And if he decides he still doesn't want that relationship with me, when he's not being actively influenced by a hive mind, then I'm just gonna have to deal with that.
Well, he'd have to be a fool not to want a relationship with a daughter like you.
Thanks, Leon.
You're kind of a badass.
Sometimes I can definitely be a badass. You're kind of a badass too, you know.
Oh, you don't have to remind me of that.
Good. I don't want to blow up your ego too much. Dread Pirate Captain Leon Greer.
Hey, you know, sounds good, doesn't it? Doesn't it just feel good coming out?
Kind of long.
Dread Pirate. Well, we can drop the captain. Dread Pirate Leon Greer.
All right.
Yeah.
As you two are going back and forth and bantering, we shift away from that scene and we find Jasmine down in the middle part of the ship. Yagi is there, and you see that there's like a lineup of crewmates, all of them holding their heads or kind of like holding their stomachs. And Yagi goes, "I'm not gonna fix a hangover, you idiots. Get out of here. I have a stomachache." "No, you don't. Get the hell up on the deck and get to work." And you make your way over to Yagi.
I love her.
Yeah, the same supportive and gentle bedside manner that our own healer has.
Right.
Well,
You'll be fine.
Who's our healer?
I was referring to Jazz because she's done surgery on us, but Lore also does it. I do think Lore is a little bit gentler than Jazz.
a little bit. None of us are exactly sweet.
Now, I feel like Lore has solid bedside manner. Jasmine's like, "Do you want to be undead?
Jasmine,
are you sure you want to fight for your life here?"
Lore goes like, "You're gonna live," and Jazz goes, "I'm gonna bring you back if you die."
Yeah, Jazz like, yeah, you're gonna live versus you're not allowed to die. Like that's
Right.
The defibrillator, like, I could bring you back, or you could be 13 feet tall and have no organs. Think
Jazz,
very carefully.
as you make your way over, you see Yagi here, and Yagi looks at you and goes, "What do you want?"
Hello. I actually had a few questions for you.
Okay.
There is a certain pact that has been made that we would like to try and break with what I believe is an arc devil of some kind. A rather big demon. Do you know anything about maybe breaking that?
I mean, don't do it in the first place. You're kind of an idiot.
Too
Got to
late.
deal with an archdevil, but
We're pirates. It's been a minute.
yeah, I understand.
It was very favorable at the time, but right now it's an inconvenience.
I just want to know that you've really come in here hot. You've had to cut a deal with a Solar, and apparently you're also saying you cut a deal with an Archdevil, and that's a pretty polar opposite sort of situation. I feel like.
You know, we actually met the Solar in Hell, so it's really the same if you think about it.
I won't. So you want to just break the deal? Is that right?
We need to try and break it. Yes.
Okay.
I'm pretty good with weave-related activities, but I wanted to see if you had any insight to offer on it.
Yeah. Let me try. I have two ideas. Give me your hand.
She offers the hand, missing a pinky.
You watch as Yagi, she takes your hand, and you see starts to cast the spell. You recognize the spell. She's casting Legend Lore on you, kind of. She's casting it on whatever's going on here.
Oh, okay. I thought she was just trying to see who I was.
Yeah, what's your deal? Yeah. Yagi fully finishes casting the spell, and you see her eyes kind of go wide as the spell is cast. You see a rune emerge on your palm and raise up and start to kind of float there almost permanently for a period of time. And you recognize this rune. You've kind of interacted enough with Balthazar Brand, the Valor, that you recognize this as the rune, the deal that Brand has cut for you. And Yagi's eyes go wide and go, okay, you weren't lying about like Arc Demon in this case.
Very powerful, yes. Pays really well.
This is pretty wild stuff. This is gonna be hard to break.
I figured.
I can give it a try here and call upon my god. If you want.
Will it have disastrous consequences if it fails?
No.
He consults notes.
No.
Well,
it just is unlikely. The gods have been pretty busy recently.
Busy?
Yeah. With the missing of Talos, right? Anytime a god goes missing, it's not good for the universe.
I didn't know Talos was missing, to be honest. I don't really keep up with religious things that often.
Yeah, it's been everywhere, actually. It's the whole reason why there was chaos in the elemental plane of water in the first place, is that Talos disappeared.
He was their god?
The god of water, yeah.
Oh. That was... well. I didn't know that, actually.
You sure you're not hungover?
I'm a little bit hungover.
Okay. Well, yeah, I can give it a try if you'd like.
Yes, I would like it, if you could.
Awesome. Audience. Are they able to roll D10s?
It should be.
Audience. Yagi takes Jasmine's hand and casts Divine Intervention.
Damn.
Yagi will call upon her god to try to intervene to break this. You need to roll percentile dice, 2d10, and you must get below a 10 on this roll.
Wow. All right.
Audience, if I could have the first person roll a die.
Come on, Flock Obama, I know you're there.
This will be for the single digit. This is not the tens digit. This is the single digit.
Can I lick the audience? Okay.
All right, that's an 8.
Lock the audience.
Audience, I'm gonna invite another member of the audience to roll the d10. This is now for the 10s.
I want Quad to do it. I want them to look at the die.
Before audience, don't roll yet. Don't roll. Because of how this goes, technically you would have to roll a 0. Well, the audience started rolling. You technically would have to roll a 0. So what I'm going to do is give you one last roll, and you must hit a 1 in order to achieve.
Ah! They did!
Zach! Yes! Zach coming in hot with God. So
Denethor, I knew your heart.
I'm not in the thing. He hit it. He hit it.
Jake, because Zach hit it, is Zach this cleric's god?
Zach,
Yes.
what's your name? What's your god name?
Zach, if you were a god, what would your name be?
Would it be Bowman the Magnificent?
Would it just be God?
Would it
Also,
be
thank
Zach?
you, the real Denethor. I'm sorry that your 3 got overtaken.
I mean,
I'm
Jesus.
But also, you are Denethor, so
This sucks for me.
consequence free.
He said the Lord, the Holy, the Kazakh.
Kazaz.
Oh, it's Zach backwards.
It's Zach.
Okay.
Kazam!
The Kazags.
That's all I hear.
You
Kazam!
watch as
Kazaz.
Yagi takes your hand, and you see as
Kazaz.
she begins to cast this spell, you feel the divine and energies wash around you. You are an arcane specialist. Divine is not necessarily in the same boat as you, so this is more foreign to you, Jasmine. And as you see, eventually Yagi goes, I call upon the Lord, the Holy, Kazam! And you see suddenly this beaming, gleaming bit of light suddenly surge above your hand. You see as this divine hand itself. You've never seen a god. The closest you've gotten to is a Solar, an agent of the god. Make a Constitution saving throw at this moment, Jasmine.
She said no horrible consequences. She lied to me. All right, con save. All right, that's a +2
A +2, okay.
for a total of 4.
4. You feel this bright light almost hit your eyes. You are blinded in this moment in time as this divine energy reaches. You are not certain what happens, though you hear Yagi going, break this contract, break it for me. And you suddenly feel a weight lift from you. And Leon, Drizzle, Lore, all of you feel a weight lift for just a briefest moment. Something like almost like your spirits lift for but a second here, as suddenly the contract is shattered and broken.
Am I less hungover than I was a second ago?
Jasmine, in this moment, you hear as Yagi goes, thank you, Kazam, for helping me with this. And you hear somebody go, can you cure my hangover, Kazam? And Yagi goes, get the fuck out of here. You then see as a voice, mighty and powerful, speaks for a second and says, do not call again. There is much turmoil, and I cannot be distracted. And you then slowly, your vision kind of comes back. Imagine like a flashlight shone in your eyes for a long period of time. Your vision slowly comes back, and Yagi goes, honestly, sheer dumb luck that was.
Yeah,
But-
Jasmine being like a drow, light sensitivity is extra blind. Like just.
Hey, there you go. You owe me a drink. You owe me some food. I expect something hand-cooked from you. Make it happen.
I can. Kova can testify. I can't make very good food,
No,
but I'll...
it's gonna be you.
I can make Jello shots.
Yeah, no, I want a meal.
Okay.
Hold on. You might have come in here, but you came to me and you said, I made a bargain with an archdemon. Really dumb move. And then you said, could you help? And I was like, sure, I'll offer this thing up. I did just summon my god to break that for you. So the least you can do is make me a meal.
I'm not arguing with that. Just saying it might not be very good.
All right. I'll see you later with my meal. Alright.
A little bit frazzled and somewhat very cool with what just happened. She will make her way out of there. Oh, that was easier than I thought it would be.
That sucks so much, audience. You bastards. What up, castle?
We just got raiders. So
What up,
Welcome.
casters and castles? The audience just screwed me.
they rolled a divine intervention, and we no longer have to fulfill our contract with the demon. Can we get a hell yeah?
Hell yeah!
Oh my god. All right. Well. Oh no.
I'm gonna teach this mind flayer how to bake. But I think, didn't Jazz also wanted to talk to Koba, who's done nothing wrong ever in his life?
Yep.
Yeah, Jazz, you find your way over to Koba.
Okay, cool. She, after taking some time to let the darkness reclaim her vision, she finds Koba. Is he in the kitchen?
You see Koba is actually up on deck. Koba is sort of just sitting reading and with like feet dangling off the edge of the ship, just reading a book and just hanging out, looking out at the stars and also just reading.
Okay, excellent. Jasmine will approach him and come over and kind of lean on the banister. Give him a Jasmine level smile.
He fully side eyes you. Hey.
Hello. How are you doing?
Good. You?
Doing all right. Actually, pretty good day so far.
Nice.
I wanted to talk to you for a minute. Just nothing. You're not in trouble. Nothing's wrong. Deanna's face. Sorry.
Always a great start to a conversation.
I'm not
so
mad.
you're not in trouble, but
Okay, I'm glad I'm not done anything wrong yet.
You haven't.
You're setting me up to kind of walk on landmines maybe in this sort of situation during this conversation. So
Oh, potentially.
what's up?
I just wanted to remark that I noticed that you and Drizzle were getting very close.
Yeah.
And I'm happy for her.
Me
I
too.
didn't- Well, I guess to an extent I am happy for you too. You seem like a good person. And Drizzle is quite exotic at times, and I wasn't really sure if she would be able to find somebody like you to take care of her. I just wanted to say that I also care about Drizzle very deeply at this point. Been, what, it's been 8, 12 years, something like that. Somewhere in that range. I don't remember how long we were at the academy for at the present moment.
12 years. 12 years.
12 years. I've known Drizzle for 12 years. The whole 12 years she's been alive. As this, anyways. I would just like you to know that if you fuck this up and you hurt her, I will have words to exchange with you. We'll just leave it at that, I think.
Cool. Thank you for telling me that.
Of course. I trust you won't do that, though.
Yeah. I trust that Drizzle will know when something is going wrong and let me know. And we can figure that out. But I appreciate how much you are showing yourself to be a friend of Drizzle who cares deeply.
I do. Just don't fuck it up.
Yeah, I want you to know that I lived in Dis, and I'm not a stranger to threats.
And we understand each other.
And so I will say this. Don't threaten me.
I
I
won't
make
anymore.
all of your drinks, whether you generally pay attention or not. Every one I've handed to you.
Hmm.
So you don't have all the power. That's not a threat.
I'll keep that in mind.
Cool. I do respect you heavily. And I respect what you've come done here. But trust in Drizzle to make her decisions.
I do. And to be quite frank, I do trust you with her, or we wouldn't be having this conversation.
Cool.
Doing great.
Want to hug it out?
If you want. I'm not really much of a hugger, but
I picked up on that. I really wanted to see if you were going to kind of do it or not. But no, it's good. We don't have to hug it out.
she'll reach up, because he's kind of sitting there. She'll pat him on the shoulder and be like, "You're very perceptive, and I respect that."
Hey, quick question. What's going on with you and Leon, and what's going on with you and Lore?
It's a lot of questions all at once. Leon is it's hard to define. He's one of the people I care about the most on this distance. I don't really think you could call it dating. We haven't
Okay.
really done that. We went on one date,
Hey,
and then our
Nice.
ship got stolen, and everybody almost died, and you got dragged along with that. So
look, I'm going to say that I've known you and your crew for all of like a couple weeks. But I can see the care between you and Leon, and I can see the care between you and Lore. And that you have a long history with those two. I'm not here to tell you what to do. But I don't want you to fuck up either of those situations. And sometimes just coming straight and being honest about what you might think you're feeling is going to help kind of clarify the waters. Drizzle did that to me recently, and it helped me immensely. And so, as one kind of maybe person who's been threatened to another, friend maybe, if we want to call it that, I'm just offering some advice. Time is fleeting, and you should let people know how you feel.
and if
You're not
I
gonna
don't
kill me,
really
right?
No. Oh, no.
Cool.
That was nice of you to say. Solid advice. What do I do if I don't know what I feel?
Go tell them that you don't know. Sometimes discovering it with somebody else is a lot of fun. I'm going to go back to reading my book, if that works.
You're too good at this.
I have been a bartender for a very long time. In a place where people cut deals with demons and see their lives get ruined pretty easily. I do have a lot of experience watching people in moments of crisis, big and small.
Understandable. I kind of envy that skill of yours.
If you ever want to practice, I'm going to be around.
I actually have to go make a meal for the cleric. But maybe another time.
Okay, good luck. You watch as Koba reaches out and hands you something as you go, like a slip of paper.
She'll take it.
It's
You
a
take
death
it?
threat.
It's a recipe. Step by step, real simple. Just do it if you need it.
You need to stop being this good.
You are not good at cooking. I'm sorry to say.
I told her that too, and she didn't care. So here we are.
Hey.
What is Koba reading? I need to know what Koba is reading.
She'll
That's why I'm
glance at-
holding my mic like
101.
She'll glance at the book while she's there, I guess. Sure.
Cool. Audience, what is Koba reading?
Oh, okay. 50 Shades of Grey.
Just hit me up the title. Awesome, and we're gonna make our way down to making cookies.
Yeah. You could just bring everything that we bake to the cleric and say this qualifies as a meal, but I don't know if she'd accept that.
Unfortunately, Zach suggested the lusty Argonian maid, which I guess is probably superior to the groundwork of the metaphysics of morals, which was my suggestion. Thanks, Zach.
Made is a Skyrim novel that is entirely about a lizard woman.
Yep.
Yep, that is what he is reading. Fully. The title is The Lusty Argonian Maid, The Lusty Lizard, and you see Koba just reading it and just hanging out. Awesome.
My mother read that quite a lot.
Crazy detail that I appreciate you sharing.
This is something I thought I'd bring up.
Okay.
Somewhere Elowen knows she's being talked about.
You guys make your way down to go make cookies as you come into a scene. We find ourselves coming to the close of the day. You have a chance here to make cookies and speak to Oksani here as you all gather together again. Everybody roll a d20. And
I brought Sven.
All right, I'll roll a d20.
roll a d20 and add your survival check.
Add your make a
survival check.
Yes, that's gonna
Survival?
be a 2. 3 minus 1, baby. Just Sven get to roll. They're very good at this.
Jazz, you have advantage.
Oh. I'm also gonna use borrowed knowledge to give me some insight.
Do we have
into
any
cooking.
looks?
I think you guys blew them all on tug of war.
I definitely
We
used.
did.
I think we did. Yeah, I think you're right.
Oh,
Okay,
baby.
in that case, I rolled an 8.
Every DM is always like, oh my god, they have so many resources. How do I get them to use their resources before they go into the final battle?
Tug of war.
Or immediately outside the dungeon. We will
Brandon,
We
you
will
have
use
luck now.
all of our lucks on tug of war. Yeah.
Brandon
you have luck again.
Flacco. Flacco
I have
just
luck
gave me
again.
luck.
Flacco, you are the goat. All right.
That's a 15 for lore.
All right,
Bless.
everybody's starting to get lucks again, or a bless. Oh, all right. So,
Wait, what am I rolling
tell me your
again?
numbers. How did your cooking,
Survival?
your baking go?
Holy shit! I rolled another 8. This sucks.
Well, that
All right, I'm
D10
pulling up
back.
the bless table while we do this. How's your baking? So, everyone, describe your baking for a moment.
I'm gonna
Subpar.
Driz got a 2 total. She's focused she's so proud of Sven and whatever he is managing to do with his hands medical, teaching him how to roll out dough and just being very much.
So it's a lot about textures and feelings. You are feeling this with your individual hands. Stick your whole hand in the raw eggs and then look at it. It's just not really baking at all.
Drizzle is just that lady on TikTok that's like, everybody's so creative.
All right.
The process.
Yeah, for you, you're baking. The bless is not actually that useful. Oh no, a 3? Oh, let me check at that one.
We got a gun.
It's
I
not.
shoot the baking.
Actually, it's supposed to be the blessing of Gregory Applebottom. Get same resistance as rage for a round.
You are all so resistant in this moment. You're baking, and things don't go too smoothly for it seems many of you.
I, with my advantage and borrowed knowledge, got a natural 20 for a 24.
So Sven, you're gonna want to stick your whole hand inside of that cake that Jazz is putting in the oven. You're gonna just want to scoop in
Jasmine
there.
smacks his hand. This is the only good thing I've ever made. Don't ruin it.
Aww.
As you're baking and working, death glares abound. You have a moment, if you would like, Lore, to pull Oksani either aside, or does anyone here have anything they want to say to Oksani in this moment?
Yeah, Lore's gonna wait for the end. Lore does an okay job of baking, 15, not bad, but is probably more of a cook than a baker. But is just kind of like rehearsing this conversation in her head while they're baking. So
cool. Leon, how's your baking going?
I rolled like shit.
Okay.
My baking is not going at all. Yeah, I rolled an 8, and then with Flacco's luck, I rolled another 8. So that's just how it is, you know.
You are. It's not going too hot, and you see Sven is just fully putting hands in the baking, the flour and the eggs, and it's following Drizzle's commands. As you were watching,
they're not commands; they're invitations to experience the world.
Sven
Which sucks because I'm proficient with cooking utensils too. So you would think that Leon knew how to cook.
Yeah, Sven is just having a good time, kind of very much just like, oh, Drizzle, tell me more, and kind of learning from Drizzle in these moments.
That sound like Felix.
Yeah, unless anyone has anything to say, Lore can pull Oksani aside.
good.
Yeah,
when they put stuff in the oven or space oven or whatever the situation is, Laura will be like, hey, can I talk to you about something in private for a second?
Yeah, I can talk to you. You see as she gestures for the rest of you, all right, put your things in the oven and go. And we'll have a timer ring.
Sounds great.
She looks to Leon and says, are you willing to leave, please?
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay.
All right.
Leave, and the rest of you depart, and Laura and Oksani are alone.
Okay, yeah. Laura's gonna kind of pause for a minute and just be like, first off, before we get into any serious conversation, I just want to say it's been... I'm gonna... Well, there's a lot of things I want to say. But it's been really incredible to get to know you. I'm really grateful that you saved us. And I really hope that when we go our separate ways soon, that it doesn't mean we're going our separate ways, really, you know?
I know.
And I'm kind of weirdly, in like a crisis kind of way, relieved to know that, well, the hive mind, you know, and Dad.
Yeah, me too. I've been sort of thinking about, well, what am I going to do when I see him? And ultimately, can he be freed?
I think that's our goal. I think that's what we want to do. I don't know if we'll be successful, but ever since I don't know, I guess ever since I could remember, I wanted a relationship with him. I'm not gonna let that go easily.
Yeah. He's wanted a relationship with you too.
Family-wise, at least in the very strict definition of the sense, you two are all I've got.
You do have the crew. But
That's
yes,
why I said the strict
family-wise,
definition. Yeah.
Strict definition.
They're definitely, they mean the world to me. Sorry? Go ahead.
Should you and I find ourselves facing off against him, we're gonna need to be ready for anything. Make an insight check.
Okay. Whoop. Let me drop my dice everywhere. Alright. Yeah. 14.
Okay. I think it will be very hard to face off if the worst comes for my son. I am nervous of what I'm going to do.
Yeah. No, me too. I want to do everything in my power. I mean, I know that everything can't go the way we want all of the time, every time. But this is important. But at the same time, if there was a situation and it was him or Leon or one of my crew or Jasmine or Drizzle or Bleesnoik or Franklin, I'd choose them. I'd have to.
Okay, I believe in that. You had something else you were going to ask.
Yeah, just know that I'm going to do everything in my power not to make it work out. Any way I can. I told Geff recently that I would do anything to have my family back, and maybe I have my lines, but within those, I really would.
Having you back in my life has meant everything.
Yeah.
Getting him back too would mean even more.
I don't know what it would look like, but having the chance, it means a lot to me. Having the chance without these outside influences and everything that came with the academy. And anyway, I don't want to, go on too much more without getting to the uncomfortable question.
What is it?
Someone who I trust, who's kept it very quiet, heard you talking to someone when no one was there. I'm not here to pass judgment, but we've just had to deal with a lot of weird stuff, and I just want to make sure everything's okay.
I was talking to an ally and a friend of our cause. I was talking to someone who I could only commune with while within that nebula, within a place connected to the ethereal plane.
Ghost?
Yeah.
Can I ask who?
I am part of a guild that works to try to maintain a balance and an order, and I was talking to Captain Hatch.
Do I need to make an insight check to see if I believe her?
No, she's straight up.
Yeah, okay, I thought so. Okay. Laura's like, okay. That's good. Can I tell Leon? He was really close to Captain Hatch.
Yeah.
Thank you. For everything, really. I mean it.
Yeah, no problem.
Can I give you a hug?
Sure, bring it in.
And Laura will give her a really tight hug and just be like, I am so glad you're my grandma.
I'm glad you're my granddaughter.
Okay. I'm gonna go.
Okay.
I can't wait for the pastries.
Yeah, me too. You hear the ding of the bells. You all get summoned back in.
Hello.
I'm not gonna go.
Going?
I'm gonna leave you all to enjoy the spoils of your treasure here. It seems that maybe some of them are gonna turn out okay.
Some of them.
Dread Pirate,
Ouch.
Leon. Let me know when you're ready to set sail on your next course. I trust you all and your crew.
As you should.
She doffs the cap and heads off.
So are we gonna have to take her out?
No, we're not gonna take her unless Lord gives us the okay.
Yeah, what's up? I mean, you don't have to.
Hey guys. That
Hey.
person that the captain was talking to. You know how we were in the area of the astral plane where there was ghosts and stuff?
Oh yes, like me and Bleeze.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
She said it was someone who's a sympathizer to our cause, someone who cares a lot about our success. In fact, I know she wasn't covering anything up, Leon, Leon. She was talking to Captain Hatch.
That's significant.
Yeah, Leon is stunned. He's like,
Leon, you recall being there in that plane, having watched two of your crewmates perish and die. You recall something hugging you whilst in that.
That's right. It's like, whoa.
Was Hatch the thing that helped me bind my soul to the plane?
You have no clue.
Yeah, I didn't. I want answers on that at the end of the campaign. I need to know what that thing was.
As you all sit there, yeah. What do you got, Leon?
Yeah, no, he kind of tears up a little bit. He goes, really?
Really? And I believe her 100%. We've got people on our side that we didn't think we'd ever hear from again.
Oh, wow. I hope I'm making him proud.
I think you must be. I really think you must be.
Am I speaking to Captain Leon Greer?
Is that
Sven? What are you?
You turn and you look at Sven convulsing.
Oh no!
Convulsing?
Convulsing and turns. Eyes
Does this sound like his voice?
No. Eyes rolling into the back of his head.
Motherfucker. We should have just popped this dude.
Is this the little pests causing me problems? As the voice enters all of your minds, and that is where we're ending the session for the evening.
I'm gonna kill that thing!
That's
Good.
my second son, you son of a bitch!
Okay.
Thank you, everybody, for coming and joining us.
Just because you bring them on the boat doesn't make them your children, Drizzle.
Thank you, everybody, for coming and joining us for Spelljammer, the part of the Iron Valor series. Again, it is your rolls, your blesses, and your lucks to help our players defeat Dread Pirates or cheat in tug-of-war games and win in those. So thank you so much for participating. We will see you next time. But yes, Drizzle.
Yeah, this is extremely important. We did have a comment for a new name for Dread Pirate Leon due to the baking is Bread Pirate Leon. Thank you so much, everybody.
It was super good. Thank you so much for coming and hanging out with us on this Wednesday. We play every Wednesday starting around 6:15 Pacific Standard Time. That's 8:15 Central Standard Time. Come and hang out with us for our Iron Valor series as we come towards the second half, and we're starting to wrap up this campaign as our party of level 12 heroes are kicking ass and taking names and starting to plot out their next course. Additionally, I just want to plug that come and hang out with us, I believe, next Monday for the epilogue episode, if you've been tracking it at all, of the Fates End series, a 2-year-long campaign that's been running also within Ink and Lyre. So come and hang out with us there. Other than that, Max, if I can pass to you, could you give us a couple thanks out here? And thanks everybody for giving all the damn lucks, you bastards. And also thank you, audience, for getting a divine intervention to crack off. That really
was awesome.
Sucks for me.
I can't wait to play with my new toy. Anyways, thank you. We have a couple people to thank this evening. Quad412, who I believe was Josh, resubscribed with Prime. Thank you so much. We got the raid from Casters and Castles about 30 minutes ago. Thank you guys so much for showing up and enjoying this little session with us. And obviously everybody that gave us lucks and curses this evening, or well, no curses, just a bless. Thank you, Flock Obama. Thank you, Fright Not. Thank you, Zach. We love you all. That's all from me, except for the card.
And with that being said, come and hang out with us next Wednesday as our party meets true belief.
I think DJ Jazzy Jeff had one more plug to make as well, right?
I have a plug, yes. I'm running a session next Tuesday on Ink and Lyre if you guys would like to join us. I put the ad on our little breaks and stuff, but it's a really fun little one-shot that I have lined up. Cards Against Humanity stuff. We got Brandon, we've got Jake, got James. Many other people are going to be joining us for that. It's going to be really fun. So y'all come up. Pull up. It's only a one-shot, Zach. Calm down.
I also have a plug. I am not in this, but this Friday, I believe it's going to be Zach, because I am himself, and Daniel, the Ink of Ink and or the Liar of Ink. He's either the Ink or the Liar of Ink and Lyre. Not sure. He's the Liar.
Yeah, he's the Liar.
Lauren's the Ink. She's the artist.
I've never heard this.
Yeah.
Yeah, one of them is Ink and one of them is Liar. I learned that, but I don't know. Okay. Anyway.
You do now.
Daniel
the bard and the artist
are going to be facing off this Friday, beginning our Malifaux tournament that we're starting again. We will be posting more about that on social media over the next couple of days to give you more info. But if you are free this Friday night, absolutely come and join us. I believe it's the Guild versus the Neverborn. Kazam, can you fill us in if I've got that correct there in the chat?
I believe that is correct. And I will say also, go check it out.
Guild versus Arcanist.
I think Guild versus Arcanist. Go check it out, because I'm really looking forward to what folks bring as the energy for these games. If you
you know what I'm looking forward to, Jake? Absolutely destroying you. I'm looking forward to absolutely destroying you.
All right. Anyway, so Deanna and I will play later on. But come and hang out with us on Friday, this coming Friday. Otherwise, we'll see you next Monday, or if you come hang out with us next Wednesday. So let's shoot for the stars.
Or Tuesday.
Or Tuesday. Yeah, it's too many now for me.
It's okay.
Anyway, we're going to take you on a raid, gang. So thanks very much for hanging out.
Absolutely. I'll get us in there. Do.